move his fast. He does throw his fastball.
That's good.
Quite
We had a
often.
leadoff single by
He's
Derek
just gonna
Hill.
move the fastball around the
That's
strike
good.
zone, trying to speed the guys up a little bit.
That's good.
And then he's going to go to those secondary.
And it's
pitches
1-1
that
now
second
for
time.
Scope, and it's up high 2-1.
Look, you know this better than anybody. As a hitter, you're
All
going to
right.
win some, you're going to lose some. So
Hopefully
just look
everything
out a couple
sounds
of
pretty
times
good.
against
It's hopefully it's a
Robbie
good
Ray,
mix-up
machine
of the
gun
audio
outside,
for
he bounced
everybody.
back, and he did a really nice job throughout
I
the
can turn
game.
it down if I need
Well, I think
to,
because he had some
if
very
need be.
competitive at-bats against Robbie Ray.
If anything, it might be a
set him up
little
for
loud.
Those next two at-bats later in the ball game, because it forced him to have to stay
Just 'cause
close
it
and stay
looks
on
like
the
it's kinda
baseball.
loud.
And he had some really good bats, staying on the ball and driving it the opposite way. So again, yes, you don't get the result that you want in those first couple at bats. You punch out, but it's like a lesson learned, and you can make the necessary adjustments. And the good hitters, they do.
He waits on a 2-1. Wave and a miss, and it's 2-2.
I think that's much better.
It'll
There
be
we go.
difficult to steal off Ryu, although that's what A.J. Hinch confirms. So to expect Detroit to run a lot might be a little bit more hopeful.
What's up, Daniel?
Realistic.
What's up,
Well, the
non
reason it's
user?
gonna be
Aaron,
tough
Space,
is he
Jeff,
does have a runner on base. He uses a slide
Michael.
step.
How you guys doing?
Allows him to get the ball to the catcher
Yeah.
in a timely fashion that doesn't
Here's
allow
the
base
full
runner
2-2, and he
to
strikes
jump.
out.
Scope strikes out, and his first at bat, there's one away.
All right, Grossman
Guys,
up
look
now.
for that right there all day long. When he does have traffic on the bases, he uses that slide step to throw his changeup, because the slide step allows him to get that arm action, get his arm up, and deliver the.
I'm gonna
baseball
turn it
lot
down just a
quicker.
bit more.
But the speed differential is what keeps you off balance.
One out for Robbie Grossman.
There we go. That's good. That's much better. Yeah, tonight will be good. Doing good. I'm doing good. You're at the fair. That's pretty cool. It's always a good time.
Grossman takes strike
We got
one.
strike one.
Decent night for Grossman last night. 1 for 4.
0-1, runner at first.
Drove in
Surprised
on.
they haven't really
Saw
sent
a
Hill
lot of
yet.
pitches, as usual. Saw that good note. Leads the team in on-base percentage at .361.
Yeah. I don't think the Bears played their starters for too long, though, in that game.
Now 0-2.
So,
Couple of pitches in the same spot.
You start
So
to look
that's
at the
good and
batting
all.
average of Robbie Grossman, you're thinking 240, but it's a very productive 240.
I'll be late tonight for the Lions. Yeah, that's fair, Aaron. It happens.
He's a
0-2.
guy that utilizes
Couple good pitches to Grossman here.
the whole plate as far as trying to figure out what the
Good, I'm
pitcher's
good. How are
doing to
you?
him that particular day where he can make the necessary adjustments. And a lot of times, Shep, you'll see him do it in his first at bat. He takes a lot of pitches. He's trying to see how is Ryu going to try to get me out today, and then he will make the necessary adjustments. So I think of Robbie Grossman as a guy that you watch, and he's going to show you everything that the pitcher has in his arsenal and how he's going to attack our team.
Well, you bring up the on-base percentage. It ranks 14th
All right, so
in the
too.
American
Are they ever going to pitch this? Are they ever going to pitch this ball? All right, here we go.
The 0-2.
Jesus, that took forever.
Rounded to short. Bichette flips to
Could be
Semien.
two.
The relay in time.
I don't know if they actually got him over at first.
Tigers did that very well last
I doubt
night.
they'll show any kind of a
Toronto starts
replay.
the first with a double play, and
Yeah,
here
it's
comes
fucking Bally
Billy
Sports, dude.
Peralta.
Hey, they gonna look at it? No, okay. That was a very close play. I wonder why they didn't double look at that. That's all right. Destroy, massacre, and blow out the Bears. Yeah, you said the same word 3 times, but I got it. Let me get played 6 in a row now. Yeah, he's played in a few. All right, well, nothing really happened that inning. We got a single, but whatever. It'll be Bichette, Semien, and Guerrero. Bichette, Semien, Guerrero in the bottom of the first. No score. Yep. Pretty good. Probably should put up numbers against the second string defense in a preseason game. If you're supposed to be like still a starting caliber quarterback that just lost it for a little while. No, I didn't get Madden. He was out, I guess. I guess Michael, he was out. What up, Goat? Nice. I mean, you mean that last pitch he swung at? That would have been called strike 3 anyway. That's weird. What's up, Mahai?
Last
we'll
night.
see.
3
We don't really hit left-handed pitching too
6-4-3,
well.
And that's what Toronto did, a 6-4-3 DP to end the Tigers first. Here's
Yeah,
Toronto
Vlad
in the
Holm.
bottom of the
Yep.
first.
That was all they scored on,
Vladimir
so
Guerrero Jr. hit his 36th
we'll see with Peralta
homer
tonight.
last night. It was the 13th first pitch homer he's hit. That is most in the majors. New names, Dickerson and McGuire in the lineup for Toronto tonight.
And on the mound.
But yeah, I was looking at the Bears
today,
stat sheet to kind of get an idea of why the hell they were losing that way, and I was like, I can't tell you any of the players on their defense right now. I was like, oh, okay. They played their starters for a series and then took them out when they realized fucking Buffalo wasn't playing around even a little bit.
Getting tons of ground balls.
One away.
But he will throw that split finger fastball. But I love the use.
It was about as close as that one. If they're not going to review that one, then whatever.
Eliminating pitches because of the usage of
I'm
his
about to
pitches.
turn the Jays game on.
utilizes
Looks like
all
we
of
got
his
the
pitches.
Sox this time.
And he's really, really good, Shep. When he
Jays.
keeps
Oh,
those
Rays, you
pitches
mean.
down and out of the middle of the plate.
A.J. Hinch said as much. Needs to
What's your where you guys sitting playoff-wise right now?
and needs quality strikes in that pitch because he knows
You don't think the Lions will?
that
Nah, it's going to be hard to
Rangers
beat the
are
Lions,
hunting
Steelers
damage
backups.
from the very beginning. So he can
I heard the
initiate
offense was
some
struggling all
contact
week,
on the
so
ground, and
that's
A.J.
not a
Hinch
good
feels
sign
like
if you're a
he's got
Lions fan.
really good
See, it's one of two
defense
ways, right? You can look at that.
behind
It's either
Peralta here
the
today.
Lions' defense is way better than what people think it's going to
This
be,
is Marcus
and
Semien.
like maybe we've seen like what's his name, that
Semien
corner
slowly
he
to
maybe
third
turned a
on the
corner,
charge.
not to be funny.
Candelario.
Nah, he's way safe.
Not in time to get him.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Yeah, that's a tough play for Candy right there. That's
What's
a
up,
tough
dude?
play for Candy there. Simeon runs well.
Guy reaches on a
Back,
little dribbler
takes
off
a
the end of the
big
bat.
swing,
That'll be an
high
infield
chopper.
single.
He's got to come in and try to make a play. He finishes the play.
Leading the
but
East.
again, with
You
the
probably
speed
are.
of Simeon, you're just not able to.
I know the Yankees
So
fell out of
maybe-
first, or the Red Sox fell out of
It's a tough
first.
play for any third
For any
baseman
third
when you're
baseman.
playing that far back.
I don't know if they started
And
winning
that's the
again
reason
yet,
he
though.
wasn't able to make it. He's playing back too far. And you have to respect Simeon's power. He's got
I don't really follow the
29
East
home
too
runs.
hard.
He's been a very productive hitter for the Jays.
But you and I like Semien, and there's a good
I
example.
don't really fuck with
Puts
any of
his
the
head
teams out
down
in the
and
East.
just busts it to first.
Well, that's how you want
Yeah, cool.
all young
Hell yeah, man.
players to play the game
I don't really like watching people
All the
stream though.
time.
all the time.
First inning through the ninth inning.
And if I do, they're
Vladimir
usually like
Guerrero
streamers
Jr.
with like
I mentioned
really big
13
audiences.
First
I don't
pitch,
really
home runs
care
this
for
year.
this.
By far and away the most in the
But, you know,
majors. And he did that.
If ever
last
I'm looking
night
for
to get
somewhere
Toronto
small or
lead
something,
in
I'll
the
check,
fourth.
somewhere a little bit,
Because pitcher tries to establish
check it
that
out.
First pitch strike.
When I say like small, I mean like there's like
Especially when
50,
you're
like 10
center
to
cut, that
50,000
fastball right
people in
over
a
the
chat.
That one skips off the glove of Candelario, and everybody.
Oh, that's a beautiful. The ball just
Couple
smoked down a
tough
third
plays
base line.
early
Let me
for
re-see that. I missed it by
Third
I missed
base
that
here.
play by like a blink.
That was hit hard.
Well, and it's on the ground, and you know.
I missed
ball
what
gets
happened
on you
anyway.
quick
Are they
on
even going
this
to rule
turn.
that a single? Let me see.
And this ball here just takes a really.
Oh, that's an error, dude.
Candy can't
Yeah, that's
back
just
in.
straight up. Yeah, I was going to say that's an error. They put an error on the board there.
See the head up though. That's what I like though with Candy. Even if
Oh,
he
people
doesn't
battle.
make the
Yeah, I
play,
really don't care
he
for
doesn't- he
battling
does
stuff
keep his
either.
head
That's
up and he's
lame.
Watching the base runners.
Andy Dalton played
Keeping your head on the
like
swivel, just kinda
shit. The
understanding,
Bears were
knowing
doing
where
him.
base
Yeah,
runners
I mean,
are,
yeah,
what
he
they're trying
played
to
pretty
do.
bad, but I looked at his numbers. It was like 12 for 17, 140 yards, a touchdown, a pick.
Playing through the plays you thought
Not too
you should
terrible.
have made. One of the strengths. of Jamer
New York
Candelario,
1, Boston
although
2,
they
and
do-
Toronto 3. Yeah, but I think the Rays are ahead
error
of
on the
those
play.
teams.
That ball left the bat at
Like, I'm
102 miles. an
Fairly
hour.
positive.
Nobody has more hard hit balls than Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah, the Rays are in first place by 4 games, by by quite a significant bit.
Giancarlo Stanton in the American League.
But that's the entire rest of the playoffs is these two, I believe, right now. So,
This
all
is
3
Giancarlo
AL East
Hernandez.
teams making the playoffs is
He's
something we
had a
kind of
heck
thought
of a
would
year
happen here.
himself.
Here's Henderson, or Hernandez, sorry.
Sharply
Don't know what
to
the
third.
fuck name I just seen.
Cleanly played.
There's 1
Turn
and 2.
time.
All right, another
We
double
saw
play.
Time and time again last night. The Tigers do it again already here in the first.
The Saints?
And it helps Willie Peralta to a 7.
If your quarterback situation is figured out, yeah, you guys will still be a good team. You guys aren't like, you guys just don't know your quarterback situation's kind of fucked up right now. Yeah, Toronto's not. No, it's Yankees and but there's what are they, like 2-3 games back wild cards? It's not like they're like distantly too far away. Like a strong week and a bad week by Boston, a good week by the Toronto, they'll flip. You know what I mean? The Patriots, of course, always have been. We're getting ready to kick the shit out of a lot of teams that thought we were going to be batting for a really long time. Boy, that's got to feel really bad. That's got to feel really bad for some people that were really excited to see like a bad era of Patriots football for one whole season. Damn, dude. Our worst year in like my 20 years of watching football was 7-9. Nelson Cruz, I get a lot of credit to for coming for getting us in first. Yeah, he's a monster, dude. Hopefully he's not on steroids. FanDuel, I would say so. I think you got to be 21 to use it. We're beating a lot of people. We're beating probably 12 to 13 people in our schedule next year. Yeah. Our schedule is probably the easiest in the NFL. If you want to go look at it. We play like 5 good teams, including Buffalo twice. So it's like maybe 6 teams with Buffalo twice. There's 11, 12 wins right there. The rest of the teams we're just better than. Like fundamentally just. Yeah, when do we play? Don't we play you guys in the first 4 weeks of the season when you don't know what your quarterback situation is? Bad time to run into the Patriots.
13 homers in his career against Toronto, 7 in this building, none the opposite way.
Your quarterback is going to be like.
Very. 1 for 4 in his career
man,
against
I don't, Yeah, AB is a menace to society. He's about to have 1,200 yards, though.
Still look at that number.
Yeah, Winston or Hill.
You just shake your head.
With those as your quarterbacks? Okay. Confidence.
Missed away.
2-0, those are interesting calls. Oh, it's Miggy, okay.
He works the corners. He mostly stays away. So he rarely makes mistakes over the heart of
Jameis Winston, yeah, that's the right choice. I actually agree with you on that one.
And drive that ball out the opposite way.
Here's the 2-0.
When's our bye week? Isn't that like week 13? Should be the first out. Yeah, and it is. Yeah, as long as the quarterback situation isn't destitute, Saints should still be just about what they were last year. They're a good team. Like, don't get it twisted about them. They're not like all of a sudden bad. Like they just don't. Their quarterback situations.
Look at what he's done. 9 on the fastball.
Is right that like that. It's really like that because you don't know if Jameis is going to have it turned around, and you really don't. Hill's not going to be the guy. We know that. He's brought it. He like doesn't even throw when he comes in, or at least he wasn't when Breeze was still playing.
Fastballs through the big part of the field, right center, putting the body in a perfect position to be able to handle off-speed pitches as well. So for me, that's a recipe for success.
People missing out on the idea of us knowing who our quarterback is going to be without Breeze.
Can he hit one to right?
Yeah, no, I mean you guys are a good team. It's just the quarterback's really important. I would say it's like at least 50% of the chance of winning comes from the quarterback.
Has to be his approach today because we've seen him.
Yeah, we're doing Lions game tonight. Hell yeah.
Going around the ball a little bit.
Always like the Lions too.
Rolling it over to the shortstop to the third base. Now he's gotten a couple base hits through that 5-5 hole. Yeah. But the swing is not that classic Miguel Cabrera swing.
1-1.
1-1 to Candelario. Swung on and missed.
1-2 on a foul ball. Don't know what that was.
1 for 5 with a run driven in last night. His 47th RBI.
One day goes by where I don't think about Jameis. You're gonna miss Jameis. That's the problem. See, Jameis might be fixed up. Lions 6-11, Pats 8-9. Oof. In for a weird awakening on that one.
Remember listening to Ron
Houston,
Darling
Oakland,
of
Chicago,
MLB
New York,
TV
Boston.
He says, Ryu manages
I mean, Aaron, the Rays are literally in first place. I don't know how to explain this to you.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes him so difficult or so tough on a
Where is the Rays in that picture? The Rays are in first place in the American League East by 4 games. Yeah, that's not a correct playoff picture right now. So maybe Boston's not in the playoffs as of right now. Because I believe with Houston and Chicago, or Houston, or what would be Oakland, having a better record than someone out there. Let me look at Oakland's record. AL West. 70 wins. AL.
He and Reese McGuire don't seem to be.
Right now, Rays are the #1 seed actually in the AL.
A lot of time for
70 and 54.
It's easy to follow. Fast
70 and 50. Okay, so the Athletics are in by half of a game with 50 with one less loss.
When he has the hitter
Full
at
count,
2 strikes,
one away.
because he knows you're protecting the outer part of the plate. You'll see him try to sneak that.
Yeah,
fastball
yeah. Mac will be just
inside
fine.
the
I just
shuttle.
hope we don't have
But
to play
then,
him this year.
when he gets to the
Rather sit him
3-2
for a year and let him
count,
learn.
try to backdoor that cutter and work the outside part.
Feels winning close one.
Now the payoff to
Yeah.
Candelario.
Probably.
Slowly to short on
Unless the
charge,
Lions got a
cut
crack
off
defense nobody
by
knows
Espinal.
about.
That's a really nice play by the Toronto
Like Jeff
third
Okuda is
baseman
actually like a
for
good corner.
out number 2 here.
2 away in the top of the second. No score.
We were talking about Miguel Cabrera. Can he?
We need this game to go by
right?
quickly. I really kind of want at least like 15 minutes between the games.
This is Statcast, powered by
Or else by the end of that Lions game, I'm going to be like, all right, guys, I'm not doing
Well,
this
you
fourth
look here
quarter.
in left field, it's 328, and Miggy's had a lot of success pulling the baseball. But here, if
Nice.
you take the
I
right
think that's a
approach,
bad
sneak into
prediction of the
big part of
Patriots.
the field, center field, you're going to get rewarded. It's only 400-something feet, 400 feet to dead center, 375 to right
What's up,
center,
Daniel?
and 328 down the right field line. Yes, Miggy can go deep the opposite way here at Rogers Center.
I feel like if a lot of teams seen, thank you very much, by the way. I think very kind of you. If a lot of teams added in what we added in, nobody would be predicting us to go under 500 or win like a few games over it. We would be monstrous favorites to do like serious damage to people. We fixed every single hole we had last season. Can you tell me a spot we didn't fix?
For Ryu, Willie Peralta hoping for the
Like
same.
receivers, we added in good receivers. Guys that can take the guys down the field. With Nelson Aguilar, you're not going to leave wide open, are you? Nope. All right, there's an improvement. Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, wildly better tight ends. Kendrick Bourne, going to leave him wide open? I really don't think so. That's an improved receiving core if I've ever seen one. Especially with a team that goes like tight end heavy like the Patriots do. Sometimes we run 3 tight ends on the field. We were doing it last year with no tight ends, like with no-name tight ends. So this year it's going to be like 1 no-name tight end and 2 good ones. Ooh, sheesh. Yeah, he had a bad year with the Eagles, like everyone did. And then everyone just kind of went, well, he sucks. And then he went and played pretty good with the Raiders last year, I would say, yeah. He drops it, yeah, but that's going to be a thing with Aguilar, sure. But like his major thing is he's just really quick and he gets down the field and you have to have someone downfield with him. And that just means that you can't put an extra safety in the box usually. Because I mean Nelson's a legit one wide receiver, but it's just he drops the ball often, especially if he's covered. But if you're going to single cover him down deep, you might as well throw him the ball. Shit, you got a pretty good shot at getting it to him. But if he's, you can double him up, he's not very good. Dickerson, Gurriel, and Espinal. Dickerson, Gurriel, Espinal in a 0-0 game. Oh, you're good. You're good. You might have just had to look up a few things like who we play. And then you go, oh, never mind. Yeah, no, okay.
Corey Dickerson.
There's just a lot of free wins in that schedule, isn't there? It's just a stunning amount of just easy games. The Titans, the Bills twice. What's his name?
Dickerson acquired in the deal with
Sony might get cut.
over with Adam Simber. And
I would say he's the most likely running back we have on the roster to be cut this offseason. Or this camp.
Reliable outfielder.
Here's the 0-1.
Been very reliable.
Swung on and missed.
Here's the and it's strike 2.
Aggressive.
Just because he doesn't have he's not really good for the special teams. And it looks like the Stevens kid we drafted out of Oklahoma is going to be really good. So that could be blouses for Sonny. Because it doesn't matter if Damian Harris and fucking Ramadre Stevens can't like run it,
rolled it over into the
like or catch the ball, which they're getting a little better at. We have 2 guys in J.J. Taylor and James White.
Oh, the Tigers were flashing some leather yesterday.
We're really good.
It was 4 double plays, but I like the quickness.
We got guys all over the field that just do multiple things. It's nice.
All season long, but yesterday, because Todd Alexander stayed.
I take that back. Damian Harris
Found
isn't
the
as
boys
bad
to
as hands as I
the balls
thought.
to
It's
the
just
feet.
typical.
They were making outstanding
Yeah,
plays.
Bolden's a good backup guy, and he's really good on special
Give
teams
a
for us.
ton of credit for what they were able to do. Zach Short, as we mentioned, in the middle of it.
Bolden's an important part of our team. He's a special teamer.
Friday night, in the Tigers win here in Toronto.
0-1, good pitch.
Year, Harold Castro had a career high.
Now up it's Gurriel. Gurriel Jr., another Gurriel, or another junior on this team.
Enough,
Did his dad play in the MLB too? Gurriel? Because I feel like this team has the most amount of like former pros. That's a fair ball, right? Oh, come on.
So much more comfortable there. Quick turn. He's very quick in turning that double play, getting rid of the baseball.
Would it hit in foul territory, then go fair?
Last night.
Should be a free out. Whip that shit right down. It's 0-2 anyway.
The player who first fields the ground ball, the shortstop in that case, and then the
probably wouldn't have gotten him out. Let's be honest. He probably could have beat that shit out. So it's probably good that wasn't a fair ball.
A huge difference last night. Gurriel on an in-between hop.
Man, they're hitting it fast at Candy today down that line. That was a tricky hop. That was a very good defensive play by Candelario there. That almost went up on him a little bit at the end.
Considering the way the Tigers' defense last night, turning those 4 double plays, that's the 3rd time this season.
Dude, no,
had 4 or more. Remember, they had 5 in Chicago.
Most games with 4+ double plays. The Tigers.
No team
Dude.
in the American League has more.
How is it that I'm wrong about all the things I think about this team? I'm like, we can't play defense very well. We never turn double plays. Oh, we lead the league with most game with multiple double plays. Okay, that's fun to know. We don't hit left-handed pitching. We're hitting like fucking 330 versus left-handed pitching since the All-Star break.
Not the location. I'm sure that Peralta can stay.
And then I tried thinking about it. I'm like,
he makes his living down. You see that ball there,
when do we get the hits?
But
When the
it's
fuck?
up and out
We
over
and
the middle.
then
It's that
we
two-seamer that's gonna
like
run
yesterday we
start
had
early
what
outer half, but you
2
see how
hits
that ball
against
runs
the
back
lefty
over
starter.
the plate, giving
Maybe
us
3 hits on
no
Robbie Ray.
Pretty much a cookie over the hard to plate, and he didn't miss it.
Yeah, Espinal's been really good. Last 46 game coming.
Yeah, we're good against lefties though. Let me tell you.
300. And here's Randall Grichuk.
Oh, that's gone.
Fly ball deep left
Oh, it's
field.
2-0.
Grossman's
Figured they were
going
gonna
back.
eventually get to
He's trying
Peralta.
to measure it. It's gone into the Toronto bullpen.
Peralta
Randall Grichuk, who disappointed in a number of situations last night with runners.
Yeah, you could tell off the bat that was gone. I didn't even have to look at that.
With his 21st homer of the year to give the Blue Jays a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, he's a guy that you have to respect because he has tremendous power. You want to stay on the edges against this young man. You don't want to miss over the hard to play. And it's an 83-mile-per-hour.
Oh yeah, I know that.
right
Yeah,
at
no,
the
I know. I
hard
know
to
what.
play.
I'm not stressed out about doing that.
You get rewarded for not trying to do too much with your swing. And Richard there just
Most of the picks are, I just think they got a better team. Like, there's no serious analysis. If you actually listen to what I'm saying, a lot of that I'm just going, this is maybe. They maybe look better. I probably say the word maybe in that video like 50 times. Unless you really study like the preseason, it's kind of it's hard to predict it in my opinion. And like you're like super dialed into what every team's doing, like it's. And I'm not because I don't care about it like that. Care about the regular season, sure.
And guys, let's just take a look here. You see the slider grip there, and this ball here doesn't have that same bite on it. It's right over the heart of the plate. Richard keeps his head down. Didn't try to pull it, but because he was thinking to the big part of the field, Peralta speeds up his bat.
Well, Willie Peralta's a contact pitcher.
On the backhand, Harold Castro retires.
Willie's not a strike him out guy. Nope, not even. He throws strikes. That's why I like Willie Peralta pitching. But at the same time, I'd rather him just be like a long reliever. He'd be so good for 2 innings, like one time through a lineup. Just there's 3 innings of a bad start, 8-0. That's what I think his ultimate goal is going to be, or his ultimate spot. I think Alexander's earned a starting spot the rest of the season if we need him to. At this point, dude's been literally, I think his last 4 or 5 starts, he's been really good. So I think Alexander's earned the job for the rest of the season. As long as no one comes back from injury. Because I know Boyd's supposed to be due back, I guess, like in a few days. They were saying like in like a week or 2, like a week, 8 days. Boyd could be off the injured list. So that would probably move somebody back over to the bullpen, and I'm thinking it would probably be Peralta. At this point. Nothing wrong with Patriots. They might have. Yeah, he's not our starting kicker though. Our starting kicker is Nick Folk. So there's just no real reason to use Nick Folk in the preseason. It's just he's old as dirt. Best case scenario, they could win like 6 games. Because I really don't know if they're a bad team. Dude, if you go look at the average age of the starter and like just average age of that like player, they're so young. I have no idea. Like if they play out of their minds and Wilson's a really good quarterback as a rookie and like a rookie of the year candidate getting 6 wins, that'd be quite a good season for the whatever the hell they have on their defensive side of the football. Other than Marcus May and Lawson, who they just lost with an Achilles pop, like I have no idea who else is on their defense. I think the other good lineman they had that they Mosley, I think he's hurt again. I don't remember. I don't even know if they still got him. But he hasn't played in like 3 seasons now. It feels like I don't think he's ever even played a game for the Jets.
In Toronto, as we mentioned, made 12
yeah, that's a good thing.
12 earned runs over his
Lions are the biggest question mark though, because if Jeff Okudah took the steps, like the Lions have a really good secondary all of a sudden. Because Okudah, by the end of the season, he was starting to play pretty good corner. I would actually argue.
Tiger hitters are going to have to make the.
Yeah, Jets are in a pretty sad state right now, I'd have to say. They're in a really big rebuild.
And we're seeing a lot of guys roll over.
Yeah.
That change up.
I don't know. Maybe the Tigers have more on the Lions have more on defense than people are thinking this year.
Or the adjustment needed here today would be to think a little bit more inside.
They got Jamie Collins. They've got Trey Flowers. They've got the Blackwell brothers. I mean, you can start both of them too now. But apparently Julian's going to be just as good as Romeo. And that'll be 1 away. Top of the third, 2-0 Jays lead it. Short strikes out. Not really a surprise there. Now up is Garneau.
He's going in just enough to have the boys thinking about that pitch, and then he's able to. I mean, yeah,
it's been a bad run. Then when the Patriots showed up, that really fucked everything up for the Jets. They were actually starting to get their shit together, and then the Tom Brady happened. Like that was just unfortunate.
We've seen all 3 of those pitches.
Then when they finally had a response, Chad Pennington kept breaking his arm or whatever was wrong with him. And then he was probably going to be a really good quarterback, man. That might be one of the saddest injuries in NFL history.
They signed him to a 4-year, $80 million
Garneau now 0-1.
In late December of 2019 for last year.
You got the Broncos 7-9. Yeah, that's not a bad record. Really depends on how your offense looks. Defense will probably be just fine. Usually is, especially with your head coach, who he is. 0-2.
Really was a difference maker, I believe, in that series.
Yeah. Remember, they signed Kirby Yates in the offseason.
Yeah, they had a good little run with Mark Sanchez. So that was funny. They got that playoff win versus us, and they thought, here we come. Then we win the Super Bowl before they could.
0-2 to Garneau. Low and inside.
In 2014 against the
Garneau's 1 for 4 in his
what was that,
career
15? Hold on, dude. I'm so bad with Super Bowl years.
So he's in the
because it's always like this season after the one I'm thinking of. We played the Seahawks in the 2014-2015 Super Bowl season, right?
Hitters have a home
or was it the
guys that you get? You just have a little book, you open it, and you just write
2015-2016.
Pitchers have strikeout books.
I'm so bad with these fucking seasons, dude. I just know we beat the Seahawks.
But again, the location.
I believe it was the 15 and then 16 playoff year. Actually, now that I think about it. 2 down. Yeah, looking pretty good. It's a good time. So Vincenzo, how's it going though? Griffiths just made a diving catch. Tampa Bay 8 for us.
But
nice.
Look at the location of them. Not many over the heart of the plate. It's
was the assistant team's coordinator with
and on that inside,
yep.
Painting on the inside part of the plate.
Those been around for a while.
Nice cutter, and his
15-16 was the Broncos.
The ones he throws most frequently seem to be low.
Was it 16? No, because we didn't go back to back.
But it's not with pitches that he uses.
Hold on, this is a lot easier. Just look behind
facing
me.
Victor Reyes. Reyes down the right field line foul. And it's 0-2. Hey, fans, if Detroit scores 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit a participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of curly fries. They did that with a win last night.
We've won too many Super Bowls.
So hope you got those curly fries today.
When it's easier for me, yeah, I was just about to say it's 2014, 2015. I just figured that out. I just had to do backwards subditions for what Super Bowl we were at now. I was like, oh, yeah, it's just a lot easier to do it this way. Let's just minus back the Super Bowls a year until we get to the number that we're at. Yeah. That's right. I was off by a year. I thought it was. No, I was right initially. 14-15 was the one I was thinking about from the get-go. God damn it.
He's got him down in the count 0-2, so Reyes is on the defense. So he goes up.
Yeah, because then the Broncos were able to beat the Panthers. You're right. You're right. Just barely. Scraped one out.
Reyes.
Hey, a 2-out single from Victor Reyes. Number 9 hitter gets on. Here comes Hill.
Day for the Tigers. It's a 2-out knock here to roll the lineup over to Derek Hill.
Nice swing there.
Anyone go to any of the Super Bowl parties at Ford Field? I don't. I didn't go to any of those.
Stayed up just enough to allow Reyes to get the barrel to it. Reyes is really good though, from both sides of the plate, hitting that.
Oh, Steeler parties.
Seems to be his happy zone, Shep.
Do you remember when the Super Bowl was in Detroit, though? I went to stuff down there for that. What was it? The Steelers versus the Seahawks, I believe. I didn't get to go to the game, but I went to a bunch of the cool stuff that was down in Detroit like the entire week. Several times. That was really cool. Yeah, that was a good time. I remember that, going into Kobo and walking around and going in. Yeah, okay, then yeah.
See this young man back in the lineup though.
Yeah, when the Super Bowl showed up, yeah, that was cool. That was cool as fuck. You got to meet players and stuff. It was just kind of a cool time.
It's a welcoming sight to have Derek Hill back because of his.
I really wish they'd come back to Detroit again.
And I said today we might see him.
Yeah, Cabo. Yeah, Cabo Hall was the best part of that whole thing.
Utilize that opposite field.
Well, you always talk about his energy.
He does have.
And
that's probably why I got into NFL media, or like I wanted to get into NFL media when I was a kid. I was like, oh, this is fucking cool, dude. 0-2.
The 0-2.
Ball up high. Yeah, the Steelers got cheered on pretty hard that night in Detroit.
Casey Mize, Tarek Skubal, Matt Manning. You saw Tyler.
I didn't care who won. I was a Patriots fan. I didn't like the Steelers. I didn't like the idea of Pittsburgh.
7 innings pitched, faced 26 batters.
That was my first year pretending I was really, really hardcore following the NFL.
1-2 was fouled away.
I love that Skubal and Manning Mize, they always hanging together. They're always having some banter, but they're always up on that top step, rooting their teammates on, engaged in the game.
And talking with more than just pitchers, talking with hitters too.
But it goes a long way with your position players, guys that play behind you, that you're out there.
Because someone's team had just gone,
very easily doing things behind the scenes, or in the clubhouse.
Had just gone back to back.
Like to see the guys on the bench, rooting their guys on.
Well, there's a lot of people who feel.
Now my team wasn't in the fucking Super Bowl
yesterday. That this Tigers team soon will be a force to be reckoned with, and a lot of them giving a ton of
just beat them sorry ass whatever the Eagles.
Uncomfortable today, quite honestly, very uncomfortable, talking about himself and the impact that he's made. Here's the 1-2.
I remember everyone thought we was going to lose to the Eagles at school.
He does deserve it. He said, look, managing.
The Patriots are going to get killed, dude.
About personnel.
There's Terrell Owens.
Situation. So he appreciates
such a weird time to be a football fan.
He says the bottom line is
2-2. Very nostalgic, good players from back then. You'd have to wonder how good they'd actually look in today's game. They'd be like, they'd be unstoppable. Some of these guys. A lot of the defensive players would just be Vontaze Burfict, though. Be very honest about defensive players. A lot of them would just be Vontaze Burfict right now. Because Burfict in a different era, literally 10 years older, Burfict's probably a Hall of Fame kind of player almost.
You'll run through the wall for him. Because you know they're
like, just really think about the way Burfict plays. It's not like he was a bad player. He just didn't get to play because he's fucking violent. Prizes for the throwing footballs and stuff like that, eating fires because of all the fries. Yeah.
Here he comes.
Orida or whatever.
Popped it up, right side.
Or later.
Guerrero's got room.
Way up, and that's his third out.
In the third.
Easy little fly out.
10 years ago, today,
Tigers have done
Tigers
nothing through 3, but it's 2-0 Jays.
We're going to show you that.
40 pitches through 3. That's not really doing much. But it's top of the order for the Jays, so it'll be Bichette, Simeon, and Guerrero Jr. Yeah, Terrell Owens is really good. He played that whole game with the broken-ass leg. Or, whatever, kind of broken leg. I don't really know how to classify Terrell Owens' leg injury in that Super Bowl. It was a broken leg that he, slept in a hermetic chamber for, a week straight or whatever, and then he played and fucking balled the fuck out. So, clearly, whatever it was worked. He was, if I remember right, he had, 10 catches in that game. I mean, who else are you really going to throw to? I mean, Todd Pinkston. Did I go to Ferris? Yeah, I used to go to Ferris. I don't now because it just seems really hot and fucking miserable. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go now. Just seems like it'd be full of fucking. When I remember the fair, I wouldn't enjoy it as an adult because I don't trust rides anymore. I'd go on major amusement park rides because I trust those, but as you get older, you start to realize a traveling carnival is probably not the best place to go for rides. But when you're younger, you don't care about the risk. Plus, my back's bad, and I haven't really enjoyed fucking arcade rides since fucking broke it.
Game break can it be 10 years ago? What a memory. Tigers leading by 1 in the 9th. Fly ball to Austin.
No, I don't think he would have played much longer.
Alex Avila tagged Cleveland's.
Dude, I think he made it. Like I said, I think he could have played another season. You know what I mean?
37th straight save.
I think he would have gotten another good season out of it, entirely, sure. But then he would have had to retire. Dude, them hips were so bad. He had immediate hip surgery. It was didn't he have his hips done in 3 years of retiring? And have hand surgeries and shit.
Well, he looks like a bodybuilder.
If I remember right, this dude was not exactly the picture, a beacon of perfect health by the end of his career. He was kind of always on the questionable list at that point.
I got a chance to play some golf with
but now it's being rewritten as we ended his career prematurely. But it's well, I mean, yeah, but what, how long after everything was he actually getting hurt? Seriously, having surgeries or?
No, you guys didn't.
Again, should we have traded him? Yeah, I think so. That's probably the right thing to have done. But for another season, Moss just quit trying. I don't even know what happened. Moss never got hurt like that. He never got. Oh, that's a strikeout. Good pitch. 1 away. Now up is Simeon in a 2-0 Jays lead. Bottom of the 3rd.
This is just filled here, guys. That ball, look where it is. This starts at the top of the strike zone there. So
Moss just never got hurt. He's just invincible because he's from West Virginia and shit. So he's got them weird West Virginia genes of being half rubber, everybody from West Virginia is.
That's the first strikeout of the day for.
Yeah, they're a weird. Anybody born in West Virginia is pretty much physically indestructible, unless you literally maim them. They're just impossible to destroy. Think about all them videos you see of them toothless rednecks and shit. They're not even really south in West Virginia. That's the thing. They're in the Midwest. Since they're I think they're further up than Virginia. And Virginia, I don't know. I don't even know what to consider. The Appalachian boys are built different. But no, this is a very specific mountain breed of people, the West Virginia people. You only get that tough living in the hills of Virginia, West Virginia.
Where that ball's going to go, it ricochets right, it goes left. So you really, when you're attacking that
they're
ball,
fucking crazy out there.
You want to make sure you're very careful and in an athletic position to be able to react to which way or to what direction this ball.
You see, Southern people actually get hurt. People from West Virginia just don't sustain injury.
Simeon not happy with himself. He's been aboard twice. But
tell me when you've ever seen or heard of anybody born in West Virginia get seriously injured. They're all over sports. Trust me, they're fucking all over professional sports. There's a few fighters I think from West Virginia.
Willie Peralta. Vladimir Guerrero's got such good
What's up, Porter?
Especially on that outer half.
You be here for the fall season? Oh yeah, can't wait. I can't wait for football. It's a 1-0 count. Runner at first.
Good
It'll be a
block
ball.
by Garneau.
Take a look at this home run by.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think they're just so like.
88 on the black away.
Like there's something weird in Appalachian water or something, or in the soil that makes them part rubber when they're babies. So like they just got natural rubber in their knees.
The jacket was waiting for him. And it's
Like
tailored to
actual
his
rubber. I
size.
think they're like just built genetically.
That's the
Like
thing
the
that
joints are
amazes
made of
me about
rubber,
those
so they don't
different
have like
jackets.
real
Are they
ACLs. They're just
tailored,
kind of
be a good
like
question.
shapeless, fucking crazy looking knees when you look at them.
If it's one jacket, how are they going to fit each guy? Because my guess is, no disrespect to Santiago Espinal, but doesn't have the same upper body physique as Vladimir
Balls
Guerrero
over
Jr.
inflated, the rim is smaller, which makes it a
That's
scam.
too
Yeah, oh
short.
yeah, all
They
them
can't
games,
get
yeah,
like you. They
yeah.
can't
Those
get
games are
everywhere
cheap.
with their suits tailored to their body, you know?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, most of those are.
3-0.
Yeah.
He's turning.
And they know which one they gotta use. The sample one's always built correctly.
How about that?
Another double play.
They gave him the green light on 3-0.
Man, the Tigers been good with it today
He
on the double
swung,
play side. That's two of them
and
again.
He paid for it.
Let's
Second
go.
double play for the Tigers in the ball game. Miguel Cabrera
For a
bats
double play
third in
machine.
the fourth when we come back.
Scope, Grossman, and
500.
Cabrera. So 2, 3, and 4 for the Tigers. Good chance at some runs. At least try to get back in this game. 2-0 Blue Jays. Top of the fourth coming up. Tyreek Hill got hurt on. I'm so sad. Tyreek Hill's hurt. He's probably not. I didn't hear about any kind of serious injury. He's probably fine. Let me go look. It just says he's out for the season. I'll be like, holy shit. Well, I got to rethink my. Holy fuck. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. You guys want to see a guy get killed? Oh my god, dude. Y'all want to see a dead body really quick? If you're a Bears fan, look away. Just don't watch for a second. Oh, this is your quarterback. Oh, good god, dude. 50. Oh! That's his whole helmet getting the helmet, the headband. They took it all from him. You dink. Jesus Christ. It's unnecessary. That's entirely unnecessary. Sheesh. Oh my god, he's right, dude. Yeah, I mean, well, he fucked his ass. I mean, that's unnecessary. It is unnecessary. There's no reason to hit a quarterback like that. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Tyreek.
Battling Ryu.
That was just brutal, though, man. I get it, Mike. I get it that he was fine. But, like, dude, you're not supposed to just... I don't think you're supposed to close... You're not supposed to hit the quarterback like that. You know, you're supposed to, like, wrap the quarterback up when you sack him now. You're not supposed to just... It's funny that he did that, but he's going to wind up getting cut for that. That's a kind of an irresponsible thing to do. You know you're not supposed to hit the quarterback that way.
His first time on. One of 2 strikeouts for
Oh, he got back up. Yeah. That's the only thing that's probably people aren't going harder on this dude. It's like, dude, you like clotheslined him. Congrats. You got a quarterback standing there with his feet fucking still. You probably should have just rolled him up. You had the sack.
1-1.
Grossman would be nice for one. 1-1
I'm
count.
starting to notice a pattern.
Second pitch
here
was a
about
ball.
Ryu. He's mostly staying away, right? So when
I like that
pitchers
both
stay
these
away,
pitchers work at a pretty nice
you wanna
pace.
eliminate
They're not like just laboring
inside
around for
part
whatever
of the plate.
goddamn reason.
And then they called this cutting the plate.
Yeah,
in
dude,
half.
that was a
So
clothesline from
you'll
hell.
see- and what I mean by
That was like a cane
we can
clothesline,
get back to that.
like when he bounces off the ropes. Can Cardinal games be addictive? I don't know. I think anything can be addictive if you have a
1-2
bad
scope.
personality. If you have an addictive personality.
Slowly in front of the plate. McGuire. Good play.
You know what's crazy is people get addicted to butt
Calling all
enemas
Tigers
where
fans,
they
when
squirt
Miguel
water
Cabrera
up their
hits
butts
number
and make the
500,
poop
we
come
know
out.
You'll be capturing this awesome moment, so we want to include you in something special that we're working on here at Bally Sports.
People
Detroit.
get addicted to that shit.
Tweet your
So
best videos,
It's a weird life to live, but that's a real thing.
With the hashtag Miggy500, and we'll do our best to get you included in the broadcast. Cabrera now on deck, and here's Robbie Grossman.
Well, I think anything can technically be addictive.
Grossman bounced into a double play his first time up.
Especially if you're like prone to being like, you know, having.
Well, guys, to get back to what I was talking about when you start thinking about splitting the plate in half, because
yeah, that's weird, dude. You don't need to get your butthole flushed out once a week.
He wants to get guys
that's
out
so weird, dude.
on that outer half, right? He wants to get you out there. So
you probably don't ever need to do that unless like you medically need to get one.
This is what I mean.
Like,
you
you probably never need to do that one time in your whole life.
He can have that part because that's just a show me pitch. He wants to get you out there. So if you're the Tigers, you have to make that adjustment and start standing on the baseball and driving it the opposite way.
There's a base hit up the middle for Robbie.
It's just, I mean, how much money did you spend?
And now the Tigers' big dog.
I mean, if you spent several $100s, you might have a problem, man. About 60? How long were you there for? A couple days so far, you said? Yeah.
Grounded to third his first time up.
5 to 11. Yeah, that's a good 6 hours. You spent $60.
Sitting
got about what 12 things.
9.
Yeah, so you spent some money. I don't think that's bad. At the fair.
Take strike one.
Runner at first. Grossman gets out.
Just showing
now it's Miggy up with an 0-1 count.
In this Tigers lineup that he's not going to give in. He is going to continue to
about 7 hours total. Yeah, that's
outside corner. And through 3 innings, he has
Harry's out for 4 weeks. Yeah, that's good. Could have been a lot worse. So he'll be back like week 2 or week 3 in the regular season. Not bad.
The 0-1 on the edge to make it 0-2.
Yeah, there's not much you can do with that one. If he's going to call it down there, it's
23 starts so far this season.
No, I think he avoided the IR technically, so he doesn't have to sit out 6 weeks. I think he was able to avoid that injury because they said there was no real damage. He just needs rest to get over the injury.
Here's the 0-2. Sharply to short. Bichette off balance.
They're gonna get both.
There's 2. The second double play for Toronto of the afternoon. And the Tigers are out.
4, at least I got.
Hit it hard,
there you go.
But Toronto's defense hurt him.
Oh, you got lost. Hernandez, Dickerson, and Gurriel. Hernandez, Dickerson, and Gurriel. Harry? Yeah, it's something. He hurt his shoulder. Was what the actual issue was. Like they were all very. I guess he had to wear a sling. He had to wear a sling and stuff. Sheesh. Ump was definitely more on our sides, huh? We had a plus 4-3 runs in the umping last night. Haha, Toronto, you guys don't pay your refs very well. Broke bitches. Maybe you broke boys should start paying your umps off like we do properly. You know, or at least offer more money for your home games. I don't know what you're doing. But apparently you guys had better calls in that game yesterday, and I thought that was the case, being honest. Like, this feels like it's being called more for us than it's the other team, but any of the Bucks games later on? When do they play? I'll probably be watching the Lions. Other than Brady doing well, I don't really care about the Bucks, and like I don't even think Tom's playing, so I don't give a shit.
Early incentives by renewing your seats for the 2022 season today.
Bucks could go in 6-17 as long as Brady's not the reason they lose.
Now. Go to tigers.com/1901 or call
They just had to win that last year. They better lose this year to us. At worst, I want it to be us versus you guys in the Super Bowl. That's my ideal Super Bowl, is the Patriots and the Bucks. And it's not even impossible. Like, that's the scariest thing. Like, I could really watch Tom Brady play the Patriots in the Super Bowl this year. That's the more crazy side, would be the Patriots winning the AFC. I do acknowledge that it's a long shot to say we'll succeed in the playoffs. Getting there, I think, is the easy part. How far we go once we get there is kind of a question mark, right? You gotta kind of wait to see who you're playing, who you're gonna wind up at. You know, that can all really. I mean, if you get the right matchups all the way to Super Bowl, you could just kind of fluke into a Super Bowl win. Like Washington being the team that almost took out Tampa last year. You know, that first game was pretty competitive, if I remember it right. Washington was like the worst matchup they could have gotten, was Tampa Bay was running into Washington, and it almost proved to be the worst matchup they could have gotten. If they didn't decide to block with 6 guys basically the whole game, that was, you know.
You'll get that best reaction from your defense.
That's one we'll see.
7 ground ball outs for each starter so far today. The 1-0.
Was Jeff here?
From Nick Lentz, and Dickerson gave a second peek back to the home plate umpire. That's how the Tigers play Dickerson. They play him to pull. Candelario,
you fired him.
The shortstop position on the left side of the infield. The 1-1.
You stole money out of your safe? That Jeff guy? Really? You actually contacted that guy?
Dickerson, an 8th round pick of the Rockies in 2010. Out of Meridian Community
You're doing our
College
basement
in Mississippi. Pops it up. Long run for Grossman. Can't get there.
Pull money out of your safe? Jesus. Yeah, but he's a contractor, though.
Tigers were playing Dickerson to pull there, so you're right, Chef. There's definitely a long run for Grossman. And you're probably wondering why he didn't dive or slide there. Well, that's different turf. It's not grass. And again, that's when you see injuries, things happen when you're uncomfortable playing on a different surface.
The old-timey safe cracker.
That's a tough play to make.
He had the giant fucking stethoscopes and
coming in that hard. And yeah, you would say lay out for that ball, but again, his value is being on the field, and I appreciate him not taking that opportunity.
See, a good spot for your keys would be locked up in the gun safe, right? Like, and you just keep your gun keys on you. The gun safe keys on you. That's like a 2-for-1 special right there. No basements in Houston. No. Yeah, that's weird. Kinda. What's up, Karam?
Top of the zone in the first few pitches.
Not worried about that. I wouldn't be. But again, yeah, shoulder injuries are weird, right? If someone pointed out, Braden, I think, was like, what if it turns into a Cam situation? And you don't want that. So if Dak isn't ready to go early, just might as well not play him.
You mentioned running on that type of surface. How
There you go.
different is it?
Well, it's just
Yeah, Jeff came here for a second and then stopped showing up.
A lot of times you can get called.
He was making fake accounts, though. He's a weird guy. Obviously, a lot more than just a weird guy. He's a thief. Broke boy thief.
Can go wrong.
Jamer Candelario retires Gurriel.
Trubisky to Dallas?
Tigers 5th in a 2-0 Toronto.
Trubisky to the Giants to replace bum Daniel Jones. It'll be Candelario, Castro, and short. Candelario, Castro, and short. I want someone to just use it, like in their last inning of pitching, right? Just blatantly use the pine tar, like it just kind of just try to be like really Heidi of the evidence of that you're actively doing that, and then they bust you afterward, be like, "What? I'm done anyway. It's the last start of my season. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I gotta miss the first 2 of next year. Oh, what a punishment." Now I get a little bit longer of an off season. Cool. Don't give a fuck. What are you going to do if it's your last start of the season? That's a weird one. I'd just cheat that whole last thing. I'm getting fucking hella strikeouts this inning. No one's even going to know what hit him. Because I forgot about the 2-game suspension you get as a pitcher. If you're a starting pitcher, that is. A starting pitcher. I think if you're a reliever, you really probably just shouldn't use that shit anymore because that's like 10 days. I think you're out. I mean, same to a starter, but like, you know, you still get you get your third start. Who knows? I mean, for a starter, that would be a lot worse because you could miss like 4 appearances in that kind of time period. Whereas a starter, you're just going to miss 2 starts. That Boogie Basham hit will be online in a few. Oh, the one where Fields got fucked up, or another big hit. You might go to the Browns game tomorrow afternoon. Oh, sweet. Nice. You were saying that. You were thinking about might go.
He's going to be batting second in the inning. And Simo, what he did last night.
Did you say they bring in Castro or something?
No question.
But it'll be Candelario, Castro, and short.
By Harold Castro coming off.
No, I think they're already playing Harold today.
Fastball, but he gets a changeup, and he wasn't out front.
Harold Castro's on deck, at least.
Young hitters, if you get out front, keep your hands back. That puts you in a position and gives you a chance to still be able to barrel the baseball up.
Much better option than fucking other cat.
It was a
0-2.
piece of hitting.
I want to see
It's a difficult piece of hitting.
Yeah, that changeup was, off the plate.
I forgot he fell all the way to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, Trevor Richards thought he made a really good pitch.
Linebacker.
Yeah, but because
Jeremiah
kept his torso out over the plate, leaning out over the plate, he gave himself a chance to continue to allow that bat to stay through that ball.
I forgot you guys were able to steal him.
Driving a big run for the time.
1 and 2.
Well, A.J. Hinch was impressed with Harold Castro, but we'll tell you who else he was impressed with.
There were a couple guys that like stunningly dropped in the draft that like just shouldn't have gone to where they went to. I thought the Patriots stealing Christian Barmore was one of the highlights of the draft, in my opinion. The fact that we were able to just go get Christian Barmore. I think he's like penciled in to start, by the way. Like he's played like a starter has for us this preseason. I'm pretty sure they just seen him do like 2 things and went, holy fuck, is he like the biggest dude we've ever seen. All right, he's starting. We got our new guy to plug up the middle in our 3-4.
Santiago at third base, but A.J. Hinch brought in Chip Hale. The familiarity helped him a little bit.
An absolute steal to get Barrymore
at first. But when Hale took the job at Arizona, he moved Ramon Santiago back.
And it's going to turn out to be a steal to have gotten Mac Jones at 15.
What he loves most about
especially when the Bears moved up all that fucking weight to go get Fields.
That's the thing he recognized.
Imagine he doesn't turn out to be good. Oh, man.
In the sense that he was moved to first.
We didn't have to trade nothing. We just sat there at 15, took Mac, just watched everyone around us move up and trade away their futures and shit.
As well as the timing as a third base coach is impressive.
And he had that same
what's going on? The playback isn't working too good. Hopefully I'm not lagging.
With him. He was willing to do whatever it took.
My phone is all fucked up though.
Win ball games.
I'm not being able to read anything.
He has the same mentality.
It's all goofed out.
As a third base coach, he had great instincts and a great feel for the game, but playing the game. And
I don't think I'm having any other problem. I haven't dropped frames or anything, so I'm assuming I'm good on this end.
Sure, we're around a happier
my playback isn't working. That's kind of
always comes up to us, always shakes our hand with a smile, asks how you're doing, how your family.
Well, I guess that sucks.
Genuine dude.
He makes me laugh every time I run into him being teammate. Oh, Brother Craig. That's just fun. He just cracks me up.
That's a foul ball right there.
Went away in the top of the 5th already.
We really
2-0 Jets.
Had some fun times. He was a special talent. Always teased him about his size.
Like taking off of YouTube.
He swung a big stick and was smooth at the shortstop position. He moved over.
Okay. Yeah, it's just my fucking piece of shit phone, or playback device not working right.
It's a great job working with the infielders as well. Here's the 1-2 to Harold Castro. It's low.
He's the life of the party in the clubhouse. He's just the character.
Well, the other thing at third base, it really is. It's the only other coaching position where you're making.
Yeah. Okay. There it goes. That's what I figured. Well, thank you, by the way. We're up at 14 likes. Doing pretty good. Who's Jock, a linebacker for the Browns?
Who eventually would like to be managers.
It's a tough job.
It is. It's really tough. Here's the 2-2.
Try to get to about 20 of those every stream, so I appreciate it. That'll get down, so that'll be a double probably due to the misplay on the fielding. Good job by Harold Castro, getting something going here in the inning. What the fuck is this, dude?
Lefty on lefty keeps that front shoulder in.
A genuine piece of shit.
Barrels it up. Hits one through that.
Stop stealing stuff from people, Jeff.
Fastball in on the inner half.
Thief. You're a thief there,
Like
Jeffrey.
Castro had up in his mind, he was going to try for 2.
Loser.
Right out of the batter's box there.
Well, that's sure gutsy considering Teoscar
Stop stealing from people, loser.
Arm in right field.
Yeah, but we've also seen what pressure does to the outfielders. We've seen him let that ball.
How about you go back to how about you go to Aaron's house, Jeff?
We saw that last night from Gurriel Jr.
And give him back his money.
That's the 6th double of the year.
You're so
for
tough.
Castro.
Fucking pussy.
Zach Short trying to bounce back after striking out in the 3rd against Ryu. Here's the 0-1 on the edge to make it 0-2. It's a good shot of Zach Short talking with Derek Hill
Sure you will, Jeff.
in the dugout before.
Hope he calls the cops on you, fucking loser.
Being a little more wisdom from Hill, who has faced Ryu twice now in the game and singled once.
Zach Short shaking his head there, but Ryu has continued to pound that outside corner.
Slowly to Short. Bichette retires Zach Short.
Hopefully it wasn't enough that you care enough
Last night,
either.
you talk about putting pressure on the defense. How about the pressure Willie
I don't know,
Castro
some dude who's made like
alongside
7
the
different
outfield
accounts to be here
of
and
left
probably has
fielder
left.
Gurriel.
Well, when you
let me
saw
see
this
now.
ball come off the bat and
4
Castro's
dislikes,
jump, you
I'm gonna
thought
guess is what he's up to now.
Castro's just now hitting third base. Gurriel Jr. has the ball. There's
Usually
no
most
way
of the
he's going to
dislikes
score
are
this.
like one person.
because
It's just like,
Santiago keeps waving to him, and
well, there's no reason
forces the hand of
that
Gurriel.
4 people would have
I thought
disliked this
Gurriel
already.
panicked. He tried to
Unless it's the
overthrow
4
that
people
ball,
I've
and he
enraged.
got away from him.
Jeff Nuz.
Something the
Who
Tigers
else would have
have
been
done
here?
regularly this year. There's Dustin Garneau.
Tartar
With a
sauce
man
if
at
that
third
wasn't just
and 2
Nuzdar. And fake JP.
Garneau has had some success against Ryu. He's hitting only 250, but that one
was
hit
Nuzdar.
was a big fly.
Like so.
Like one of those big
Most of these fake
fly
accounts are just
right
Nuzdar. I mean, it's probably Nuz again. I mean,
Swung on and missed.
they're kind of illiterate like Nuzdar
Garneau
was.
started his first game as a Tiger on Thursday against the Angels. Went 1 for 4 and scored a run.
Yeah, I know. I enjoy the fact that they sit there and they make fake accounts and just multiple fake accounts. I'm like, man, that's
Garneau
dedicated
grounded
just to
short
me. All
for the first
500
time off
fake
the
accounts that
1
Nuzdar's made.
on
All
the
to
inside
troll me.
corner to make it 1 and 2.
Again,
Or at
we
least
talked
the
about that
overwhelming
inside part of
majority
it.
are
That's
to
just
troll
the
me.
show me pitch. Now he did steal a strike there, but look for Ryu to go right back to his bread where it's been buttered. Now,
All my
it's
fake
outside
accounts are literally just like
getting
like
the Tigers
fuck
to
dirty Rob
shoot
TV. It's just like,
steps out of the strike
wow,
zone.
yeah. I wonder who all these
Also,
people are. Like evil demon Nuzdar. I'm like,
the opposite.
they're like shadow monster Nuzdar. There's a bunch of different versions of Nuzdar. There's like King Crab Nuzdar.
He keeps it 2-0.
That's the third out of the
Petrie
inning.
will join us
Tigers
on
have
the
done
other
nothing
side
here.
on
It's
a
2-0 heading to the bottom of the
Saturday
fifth.
afternoon in
2-0 into the bottom of the
Jays
fifth.
in front.
It'll be Espinal, Gruchuk, and McGuire for the Jays. You see if my shit's working. Yeah, I got rid of Jeff. Yeah. Jeff's not welcome here. He's a fake account person. I don't really fuck with them people. They're not welcome to watch the channel, in all honesty. Because they're fucking weirdos who need quite a bit of help. And unfortunately, they're not going to get it here. There we go. Now my real playback's working. That's good. By the way, thank you. We're up to 18 likes. I appreciate that. Nice. Nice. Oh, is it fucking up again? Kinda. Why the hell is this? We didn't cancel Nuz. Nuz went crazy, dude. We can't just associate with that dude anymore. Nuz has lost his mind. I don't know, because he's fucking insane. We just don't associate with that guy. We did nothing to take him out. He takes himself out by threatening to like murder children and shit. That's when we had to go, oh, okay, yeah, we're done hanging out with this guy. It went from, like, funny, like, haha, look at the idiot, to, you know, to, oh, man, this guy's, like, a violent person all of a sudden. It was probably time to ditch this dude. He'd probably still be hanging out if he wasn't a fucking violent idiot. I don't care that he's stupid and does dumb shit. That's, you know, some of it was funny. But the problem was is he got, like, aggressively violent and, like, weird to people. You know, you just can't have that. Yeah, it went way too far with him. He, like, threatened everyone who had a problem with him. He threatened to murder and just make their life miserable. So he's like, dude. All right, cool.
Willie Peralta, very efficient so far, and just the one mistake.
And no one wants to deal with that dumb shit with anybody.
You know, they talked about him throwing first pitch strikes, and
not on a fucking sports channel, dude.
Until last inning, and it just that one slider, which was a first pitch to Grichuk, that went for the home run. But he's attacking that strike zone, trying to get ahead, and then staying down and getting all those ground balls.
Nuz doesn't, I don't think, not yet anyway. He's gotten away with his crimes to this point. Mainly because he's, I think, aggressively mentally retarded or mentally slow or whatever they say these days. What do they use? Deficient now? Like, I don't. What's the new term? I don't think they call them retards no more. Mentally handicapped.
Willie Peralta's at his best is when he's
like, I think he's like a dummy, like an idiot.
When he's ahead, he can throw those.
Whatever the right word is, that's what he's. I think he's aggressively below the line of mentally.
But it all starts with him getting ahead in the count.
Disabled cognitively or whatever.
It's a lot different than his last start against Cleveland.
Special needs. I don't think they use that one either anymore, though. There's like whatever word. The Eddie's also,
stuff,
you know,
and I think that's what, they're
below the
really
line,
trying to get it
if you will.
To all the pitchers is trust your stuff. I mean, it's
like a new technical terminology. I think it's like cognitively impaired or something, or impaired. I think that's what they call the developmentally disabled. That might be the best word. Like something didn't happen right for old Nuz.
Well, you like the Willie Peralta's just
I think he thinks he's like 14.
The bottom of the strike zone. We're talking about the ground balls. Well, the boys
right
are
about
on
there,
the
and he's like actually like 26, 27 now.
That great reaction, reflexes that it takes to make these plays and give the defense a lot of credit.
He might even just be a liar about how old he is. He might actually be in his 40s. He looks every bit of 40 years old. So I don't really know where his age comes from. But
today they're just making the routine play, and it's all because
1-0.
Peralta is attacking the strike zone.
I don't know. I think it's all over the place.
Good movement and
with the baseball audience, I would say it's probably a little bit older than a normal audience.
Like he did last night. They were 6-4.
1-0.
Last night, 5-4-3 today.
1-1. But with other sports like football, I would say it's probably more in people in their like 16, 15, 16 to any really age, maybe like 50s. Whichever groups and ages are comfortable using the tech. Which really is as old as football gets. Baseball is probably going to be people in like their mid-20s and a little older. With the occasional younger person who likes it coming in. It's not as big a game with the youth as it seems it used to be. 1-2.
Yeah. But that's all behind him now after the 2-run homer to give the Jays the 2-0 lead so far today.
Well, yeah, obviously, I guess more people over the age of
Did I also like that?
Over the age of, I guess I would say over the age of just a little bit of an older audience with baseball, regardless of male or female. I would say in baseball streams you're actually going to find more women, not like overall more women, just a higher number of women. Watching than you would in football for whatever reason that is.
Today, and that by
2-2
ahead in the count, that affords you that luxury. If you're constantly pitching behind, those hitters can take those pitches, spit on them.
Chopper to short. Another ground ball out, Dan.
Does seem like baseball has of the major sports other than hockey. It seems like baseball does the best with with women audiences. NFL does really well, but you know.
Got in a little bit on him and just rolled over on it, hit that weak ground ball to shortstop.
The sexual stuff. No, as long as you're not being creepy.
I know you take the mound thinking, okay, I have to do this. They're my teammates, but I would guess that sometimes it waned. Now, it probably didn't.
Yeah, I'm 28. I know I look every bit of almost 30, but like.
I mean, Willie Peralta looks like he's very comfortable trusting his defense with this outing. Here's another grounder off the glove of Candelario. And McGuire is aboard.
Weird defensive alignment.
Well, Shep, I just think it's a matter of, just trusting.
So how did Jeff steal money from your gun safe? Like, what do you
think? If you keep throwing good quality pitches,
you're 16.
You're going to get
you have
that kind of contact.
You gotta
just like
that.
Like
stole money from your parents.
Attacking the zone right here, gets in on the hands. And
I thought you were like 25, Aaron. I'll be honest.
Easy ground ball. That thing's not hit hard. It's just put in the perfect spot. So your job really is just to keep making good quality pitches. If you can get early ground balls, all the better. If you get into 2 strikes and you make a quality pitch,
you should probably not say sexual things on here, man. If you're younger than.
What you're looking for.
All right, Dan, you got third time through here as he faces Bo Bichette. He retired him on a grounder to short, and he's
probably weird.
What do you think the biggest adjustment is third time through?
The overwhelming majority of people in here right now are probably over 18.
Continue to stick with his game plan. I mean,
the only one I don't know is who's here is if Motor City Sports is here, and he's like 15, maybe 14. He's like really young to be watching my channel, but he kind of tunes in and out.
Low to make it 2-0.
And it was. See, I mean,
he shows up for sports and video game stuff. Just whatever.
Quality pitch. Just barely out of the strike zone.
Well, you just got to give him a lot of credit there. He's been aggressive in the first game, and he's been aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's literally like, you Goat. I forgot about Goat.
He's very patient. He's been very patient in this at bat, trying to get a better pitch to him.
Yeah, it wasn't so much in his first 2 at bats. Swung at the first pitch in the first.
You're gonna see Jeff. Jeff.
Series. Marcus Semien waits on deck.
And that's why that
3-0.
Second pitch of the at bat, that 2-seamer in on the hands was a good pitch because he had been so aggressive early in that first at bat and then in the second at bat.
Here's the pitch.
Just don't want to make no mistake to it.
Yeah, 3-1. Good pitch there. He was swinging on 3-0.
The other thing too is when you fall behind 2-0. It's not like, okay.
Something you really don't want to see your leadoff guy doing there. That's kind of a questionable decision by Bo Bichette swinging.
No, you don't have to
going good, Jared. It's going good.
But you don't have to try to
Right,
overthrow a
one like away from the light goal.
It
Looks like we're at 19 likes.
Practice fastball where you choke it just slightly.
Anyone wants to be the last person.
94, it looks like it's coming in at
pretty
94,
big responsibility.
Maybe it's only 90, and you get a really easy.
Then we hit our light goal, and then we're good with likes. I don't care anymore.
First walk of the day.
That's ball 4. Because it was delaying the inevitable on that one.
Opens the door for Marcus Semien.
Bottom of the 5th, 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 Jays lead it. A lot of 2s. And here comes the number 2 hitter, Semien.
The damage was done by Grichuk with 2 outs, and here another.
I'm doing the lines later on.
Right here for Peralta with 2 outs, but that's
just about a couple hours to go. Hopefully this game finishes up in the next hour. I'm hoping.
First 2, you can kind of go
hour and a half at most.
I just got one more.
Then I have like an hour and a half to make dinner.
As opposed to you get a couple guys on, nobody out, or 1 out. It's a little bit different. Now it's okay.
Probably just eat a couple burgers.
Good pitches to a really good hitter.
Remember, the Tigers scored 3 times in the 10th last night with 2 outs to pick up the 4-1 win.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, he's at 285. Like he has 285. That's a pretty good leadoff average. But feels like Bichette would be better out of a 2-hole guy. I don't know.
Hard hit to Zach Short.
Because he seems to make a lot of contact.
Second base. Dan will hang with us. We'll talk
or at least get on base a lot.
More.
So 2 or 3 seems like the right spot. You slide. Vladdy probably hits 3 no matter what. Just that's kind of how that goes. Springer would hit 4 if he's usually healthy. I would imagine he'd be playing and hitting 4th, right? No, especially since we were only expected to win like 40 games this year. Who, Springer hits 2? Bo? Yeah, I was going to say Bo's like a 2-hitter, not a leadoff guy. Either way, he probably shouldn't be swinging 3-0 anyway. He's not built like that. Reyes, Hill, and Scope. I actually do agree with the sentiment. You shouldn't swing on 3-0. That's one of the few things I'm like, that's a dumb fucking idea. There's ball 4. Half the time, dudes, if you do swing at 3-0 and it's not right down the middle, you look like a fucking like a fool. It's you unless literally it's right like you know it. They're just gonna whip it down the middle, which no one ever even does anymore. Because now if you do that, you're gonna give up a free home run. Because people aren't stupid anymore. Now you just throw it slightly high or slightly low, and no one, you know. Then they walk you anyway on the next pitch. Look at this dude. He's not even being good about it, see? He's just making fake accounts. It's Nuzdar, by the way. He's never gone by he's never gone by Jeffrey Lawrence. He's only gone by Jeff. And I called him Jeffrey, and now he's going by Jeffrey Lawrence. What's up, Nuz? How you doing, you stupid bitch? Still bald? You still get mad at women because no one will fuck you? Except for that weird Asian tranny boy that you were in love with for a little while. And you get real mad when anyone ever brings up. Still wish I would have downloaded that stream to this day. I still have. That's one of my only regrets on the internet, is not downloading that stream. I knew I should have fucking grabbed it and like had it ready to go in the download thing and like fucking I knew I shit the bed on that one.
And Jonathan Scope. Dan Petrie stays with us here.
Every so often you run into a live stream and you're just like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, this is going to be deleted.
Yeah, he's
I'm going to save this.
Pretty much
that URL usually within the first, I don't know, minute. As long as you can get that first minute and you can get the download.
And out over the plate, then he keeps you honest inside.
Usually they don't get deleted.
I just liken it to very similar to the way Tyler Alexander pitched last night against the Blue Jay lineup.
No, that was like the average prediction was us winning like 40 games. That's where most people had us at, was winning maybe 30, 40 games, 40, maybe 50 games.
That's a tremendous
certainly not staring down the barrel of a 70-win season.
Expand the strike zone by missing
like a strong finish here in September, we could win like 72, 73 games, which is probably 20 more games than even the most generous media people were giving us, I would say.
Cutting the plate in half, you talked about him keeping them honest, throwing that fastball.
I definitely don't see many places that predicting us having 60 wins in before September, which we won't have, which we could have tonight. Like, you know, this game goes our way.
And look for that ball like that out over the plate.
That'd be a base hit. What the hell? Oh, that's annoying defense there.
Whew. For a leadoff single.
Uh-oh.
See now, Simo, I was going to ask you about this one too.
Zachariah Wilson.
Ryu threw fastball.
I hope his real name is Zachariah. That'd be so fucking Mormon.
Ball that he got for a single. There's that changeup, and Victor Reyes goes down and
gets
it's
Zachary.
Kind of
God damn it.
Into center field. I think Victor is looking off speed, and that's why he's able to get the couple of hits that he's got so far, and just saying, I'm not going to swing at a fastball. I know I'm getting a changeup. I know I'm going to get something soft, and he's gotten it twice and got 2 hits out of it.
Well, you'll see guys do that. You'll see guys sit on off-speed pitches.
It's even spelled the lame way without the CK in it.
Sitting on pitches. I wasn't comfortable.
His name is technically Zach. Yeah, like, if it's Zach would be spelled Z-A-C-K, not Z-A-C-H. I've always hated that being allowed to be like the spelling of Zach. Like, how the fuck is that? If there was like no H there, Zach Wilson, cool.
And that puts that
weird name, Zachary.
And it puts you in a position to be able to handle those off-speed pitches. And in Ryu's case, it would be that changeup.
In English, that doesn't.
It
doesn't. CH doesn't make a K sound. I don't think.
It's a cat and mouse game between the hitter and the pitcher. And because Ryu is just changing speeds, adding and subtracting with his fastball, with his changeup, and then showing you that occasionally breaking ball, he makes it very difficult for you as a hitter in the batter's box.
You know what I mean? Brunch. It doesn't make that sound. None of those words make that sound when it ends like that. Arch. There's the A-C-H. I'm trying to think of a word that might have that similar sounding. Patch, but there's a T in there.
You see the 75 pitches for Ryu
in between the ACH.
Strikes. And he boasts 4 strikeouts so far.
Fucking stupid French, dude. They fucked our whole language up.
Swings and misses he gets in the strike zone because he doesn't have that blazing fastball. That
Stupid French spelling thing. CH makes a K sound somehow. Oh, okay.
League average, it's 90 to 91. Well, we've seen
the H magically becomes a K noise.
He attacks the strike zone, and you see a lot of 0-2, 1-2 counts. So I believe that's how he's having that success.
Wonder if Buzz looks like that in real life. Buzz who?
1-2 outside. It's interesting with Ryu. He pitches better
2-2
on the road than he does in Toronto. Now keep in mind the 10 starts when you see home. This is their third ballpark they've played. They played in Buffalo and they played in Dunedin. But it's a drastic change.
School Spanish isn't bad. Like, you know, languages suck. I hate learning other languages. Should took German. Better language, strong language.
And here comes Jonathan Scope.
He's just going to keep throwing it.
Yeah, I never could read I couldn't really speak the languages, but I just got really good at reading and writing in the language.
Kind of starts throwing it out.
I'm like, I can't speak this shit, dude. I'm not going to talk with a fake accent. That's not who I am. So big, habla español.
And Derek Hill can't lay off of it. It's just
Mi llamo is Rob. And they'd be like, boy, I don't know how you could sound how that's correct. Like, it's like technically correct, right? Like, but it sounds weird when you don't add a fake accent for no fucking reason. Yeah, yep, it was. Because it was my high. And I'm from German ancestry, so it was I had fun learning that. But again, I got yelled at by the German teacher for not doing a fake German accent. I was like, I don't talk that way. This is my voice. I can't do that. I can't give you that. I can't give you fake accents. I talk with an English. This is my voice.
But I also think when
I find it offensive. I'm like, I feel like I can't. Without being grossly offensive, I can't do other people's languages.
Down the middle and allow them to get that knock or hit it out of the ballpark. But more you would attack.
Like, I can't do other accents. It just sounds really bad, dude. I'm like, it's just very offensive versions of everything that I could think of.
Would that be correct?
The most are just like, basically, if I do an Italian accent, for example, because I tried to take a little bit of Italian, then I switched over to French, and I just dropped foreign languages altogether and took another gym class. It was like a 3-day stretch of me trying to figure it out. I tried a little Italian. And I basically walked in and went, "It's a me," and I was like, "All right, I can't do that. I'm not doing this."
Scope drives one to left field.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
so I just eventually give up and just say, I don't know how to speak it. I can see it and tell you what it is. Which is nice in college because you have to do, at least in the entry-level classes I took for foreign languages. I took 1 semester of Spanish, 1 semester of German. Wie gut ist dein Deutsch? Nope, I don't speak Dutch too good, or German too good. You can tell I've gotten some lessons because I know it's wie gut ist dein Deutsch, but like
subconsciously you're taking just a little bit
outside of that, man, and it's just
call it a dead fish or a bad,
and I don't pronounce things correctly apparently. It's just I just know that the
Ryu against Robbie Grossman for the 3rd time today. Grossman bounced into a double play in the first.
You understand, I took 1 semester of German in college, my friend. And it goes fast for me. I don't submit any of this to my memory for some reason. I've often made the argument I don't care to learn another language simply on the grounds that I'm gonna get a doctorate in English, and I'd be like, I didn't need to learn another one. I'm a fucking doctorate of the English language. So I'm gonna conquer technically what's considered the more difficult of one of the more difficult world languages. I'm gonna go get myself a very advanced degree in it, and that's the thought process. Guerrero, Hernandez, and Dickerson. That's the only reason I have an English degree, to be honest with you. That was the major reason. I was like, I'll just go get a writing degree then, and fucking just do English on top of that, and we'll just figure it out from there. But that's why I have that, because I got really mad about Spanish. That's why I also have a bachelor's of science, because I fucking didn't want to take 2 semesters of a foreign language. So had to be the same one too, so it would have been some advanced shit that I'd have gotten a fucking failing grade in. because I passed both my foreign languages classes by the skin of my teeth. I did credit, no credit in both of them because I'm not stupid. So neither of them affected my GPA. I just got the credits for passing. Remember that in college, by the way. When you go to college, if you're not taking a core class, you should. If there's a credit, no credit option, and you don't think you're going to do that good on it, I did this for almost every science class I took, because I'm not, I'm not stupid. I went and got a bachelor's of science though, so I look proficient in science and math and English. But yeah, dude, it was hard taking fucking math classes in fucking college and science classes. You want to know what it's like to feel like the dumbest person around 100 people? Oh boy, every single fucking science class.
Electric players, bloodlines in Toronto running deep.
Yeah, fucking, dude, it'd be like I clearly don't belong in this classroom.
Kevin Biggio's dad is in the Hall of Fame. He was a 7-time All-Star and over 3,000 hits.
Because other people would have no problems doing shit. I'm fucking sitting there struggling, last person to leave on every test.
Outstanding power hitter and then some. He was a 9-time All-Star, AL MVP, and
I cheated on one of my tests and I still got a C on the shit. I was like, Jesus Christ.
20-year pro in Cuba.
I was like, my cheating didn't even fucking help me out.
Of course, his brother, playing for the Houston Astros.
Just my notes just weren't that good, apparently. I wasn't writing the right things down. I was just, at some point, I was just transcribing everything they wrote.
So they're not overwhelmed when they get here.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that, isn't there?
It is, and they also understand the hard works.
Shit's hard when you get out of high school.
Yeah, the sacrifice their fathers.
2-0 for Guerrero Jr. here. They're being a little careful to him here in the 6th. It's bottom of the 6th, 2-0. Jay's still leading.
MVP candidate. Well, he had a great guy to watch every single day.
Yeah, my deep ancestry, I believe, is German, though. I'm pretty sure.
Sharply to third. Candelario handles it. Another ground ball out, induced by Willie Peralta. Here's some of those pictures. Biggio, how good he was in Houston, and he was awesome. Loved watching that guy play the game.
No, I did very well in high school. I barely tried and got all A's. The only thing that fucked me up was my first year of high school. I just fucked around and got a 2.0. And then I had a 3.9 the rest of the way through high school. I would have literally been this far behind the valedictorian if I'd have 3.9 or 4.0, because my 4.0 was, I'd have been a valedictorian candidate. I never got under a fucking B plus or like an A after that. I just 3.9 the rest of the high school. My grade point average literally just looks like this.
Thought he got more of it than he did. Willie Peralta.
Like I just went, fuck that.
Smile. 2 away.
Yeah, I graduated because I started so bad with like a 3.4, just under. I had to get silver cords even because of the bad start. Trust me, if you tank your GPA, it's really hard to make it go up to a good level. I nearly perfected the rest of high school, and I fucking barely moved.
And he's also taking advantage of their
I thought I could rebound harder than I did, but
There's Corey Dickerson, a ground out and a strikeout.
Once I figured out that level of work I needed to do, I was good to go. I was beating the shit out of that system. Same thing kind of happened in college. Like once I figure out like how much work I need to do in the given system is to get the A, then I'm good, and then I'll just automatically do it.
It's reminiscent of his first couple of starts with the Tigers.
I don't think it's actually him, Aaron.
Yeah, he has a real good feel for what he's doing out there today. And again, he's kind of found his
1-1, 2 away.
And you start to have some confidence.
Up to bat is Dickerson.
Or some success, and the confidence just continues to rise.
Ooh, upside and a bit high. 2-1.
Might be the hardest we've seen Willie Peralta throw today, that fastball.
That was a good pitch. It was a scary pitch, actually, if you're the hitter.
Backing up out of the plate. I like everything about it, Shep. Get him off
Got you a little shook up now.
Hitters don't like that.
I guess that sets you up away if you really want to go like really far outside and get him to like swing at it. No, he did. Okay, I was gonna say that was a ball. He shouldn't have swung at that. But oftentimes when they when you go way inside like that for some reason, you can pretty much get a free one out like over the middle of the plate almost.
Leading off the 7th and vying for number 500.
Their eyes are all screwed up. They're kind of jarred back a little bit, especially if you make them bounce off the plate. Get that adrenaline flowing, set back in immediately. Get ready to pitch. Cabrera, Candelario, Castro. Cabrera, Candelario, and Castro. Top of the 7th coming up already. 2-0 Blue Jays. Yeah, that's a good average, man. I would consider myself to be way up there, though. Which is exactly what I had in pretty much the same way through. Like I consider myself to be a little smarter than most people, though. Not by a lot. But by quite a, I don't know about, like, especially, I don't know. It just seems like, you know what I mean? Because I see all the effort a lot of other people have to do, and then I see the work I do to get, like, better grades and shit. It's just like, well, fucking, clearly I'm smarter than most of these people here. It's the same at the next level, and now I'm going into the master's program. I'm hoping this is where I'm finally like, oh fuck, all right, this is my match, huh? But if I'm able to get through it again, then it's just like, well, time to go get a doctorate and see if that's my equal. And if I crush that, then I'm just like, well, all right, then the school system was pretty fucking easy all the way through. But again, I think I'm a rare case in that. 14 languages, reads and writes. See, I can't do that. I wish I had that ability. It's just I can't figure out. See, being a linguist is really helpful, because like I think there's an uncanny ability some people have to understand language and process it. I think that's a very unique trait, though, to be able to go like multilingual like that. Like even true linguists are so rare. Like people really understand language, because once you understand and can like really break down language, it's really easy to pick up other, like, you learn this language and now you pretty much unlocked half of this language, and then you've unlocked a third of this language, but because you've unlocked these two languages, so now all you got to do is like unlock that one, and that locks them, like half the Slavic block is unlocked. So it's, it's I don't know, it's really just understanding, and I don't have that. My brain don't work like that. I think I'm more of an abstract, like, creative thinker more than a.
Stay close, stay in there. He knows how and what he needs to do.
They stay away from him, and it's 2-1.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the theme.
Not necessarily.
Stay away.
People in Europe speak like 3-4 languages. Almost everybody probably does. Probably have to know some German. You probably need to know English. You probably need to know French. They probably know a little bit of Arabic now in Europe. And that's probably just because, like, you almost need to, right, when you live in a place like that. It's crazy how many people in Europe can just speak fluent English. I almost don't believe when a European tells me they don't speak English. I'm like, well, you're fucking lying, dude. Your government deals in English. How the hell have you made it through your whole life? And
swung on and missed.
All those people are liars, especially the French, dude, by the way. If you ever talk to a French person, they say they don't speak English, they're lying right to your face. They're just lying to you. They probably speak English like better than most people in America speak English, and understand it better than most people. Them people are the worst about it. They just refuse to speak other than their dirty French language. Ugh.
The payoff to Cabrera. And he walked him.
Pretty much the same thing as English, just spelled really funny. Yeah, they all speak fluent English in Quebec, though. Yeah, they all know English. Like they like learn French, and then they just stop speaking English. But then they're like, it's so annoying to me. I hate it so much. I don't like French. I don't like the French. They put a lot of silly ass letters into our language.
Leadoff man for the Tigers is on. It's just the
You been to France?
Time that the leadoff.
Yeah, they're liars, dude. They just hate English. Yeah.
First, Reyes in the sixth, and now
yeah, they really hate English. There's no way in France they just don't. They all know English. They just hate it.
1-0 to Jamer Candelario.
You're almost done with high school? Hell yeah, Aaron. There you go.
Struck out.
Well, I like the patience there, though, by Miggy.
We got Miggy at first, so leadoff guy gets on. Good for the Tigers. Candelario's up with a 1-0 count.
But I also want to highlight the adjustments.
Miggy having some fun over at first base with Guerrero.
Throughout his career, that has allowed him to be chasing 500.
Look at Vlad, dude. He could tell he wants to be. He's like, man, this is fucking Miggy's so cool.
And it's because of the adjustment that he makes.
See, any guy who actually plays back at first and like actually fucks around with Miggy back at first, you can tell those are always. It's always good players, by the way. It's never like shitty first basemen that like get mad about like. Or those are the guys that always get mad when Miggy starts fucking with them at first. If he's playing first and he like untucked dudes' jerseys and shit. Get mad about that. What's your big ass gonna do? Steal a base?
It's been a small sample size because Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hasn't played a lot of years in the big leagues. But you can already.
He's trying to get this dude not to pay attention to the game going on right now. 1-2.
One of the best right-hand hitters in the game. I think when you look at the gaudy numbers that he's already put up, showing the.
He's having a whole conversation in the middle of this game.
On base. Guys, we're talking
but let's be
about
honest, if the ball gets hit over to Vlad, he's got more than enough time to touch first and then whip it right down the fucking second and have Miggy by that much.
He feels like,
that
okay,
much.
I'm not really seeing the ball off Robbie Ray that good. So then he goes, all right, well, I'm going to close up a little bit, try to stay square a little bit longer, see if I can't get to one of these firm fastballs at 94, 95.
1-2 count still.
These are the kind of adjustment that hitters continue to make.
I feel like they haven't really shown the pitches in this at-bat for some reason. All right, here's the pitch.
To have some success.
That looks
and he
like
fouls
a
it away,
subtle
1-2.
adjustment. How much of a difference can that make?
Well, it's a huge adjustment.
I feel like they were showing more of Miggy and Vlad talking, and then all of a sudden you just see a pitch go across. Like they just didn't even show the pitch. They're like very weird. Valley Sports is. I'm not really a big fan of the way that they run their broadcast so far this season.
He thought, well, I don't necessarily have to worry about the pitch on the inside. I'll close up a little bit and hopefully be able to stay on the ball the opposite way.
Fouls it away.
And drive that ball,
again.
that fastball,
was that
out
like
the opposite way.
Pitch number 7 coming up now.
Small adjustment, which makes a huge.
I think French is a good it's a good language. It sounds nice, but it's just fucking a lot of like extra letters and stuff. A lot of words and letters and things that just don't need to be. They got like 13 letter long words on common. Like, that's dumb.
The 1-2.
Man, that catcher really bounced out of that stance like Miggy was about to haul ass down to second base.
For Cabrera to take advantage.
What up, Amir? He didn't even need to move. He could have just let that ball roll there and been like, just give me a new one. No, just look at Miggy and be like, is he going? No, clearly not. Especially when after it stopped, it's like, dude, you.
Smart decision there, I believe, there by Miggy, though, given the fact that the Tigers are down 2-0.
Here's pitch number 9.
2-2.
And another foul ball.
Down the right field line.
Will this one get out of play? It does. I have no idea, Amir. It's definitely taken a little while, but he doesn't have the same kind of power he used to have. So
bullpen starting to get active because of reuse.
Then he's got to get like I think like 30 hits in September, or 40. What is it? 49, 51, something like that. More hits to go. And just in terms of total hits.
So far, he has kind of had his way with the Tigers, keeping them off balance. So it'd be nice to get into that bullpen shop. Maybe we could kind of.
I think we go home against you guys for 2 games. I don't know if that game's in Comerica or if it's in St. Louis. The game against you guys.
I mean, no matter what the result is, it's a solid at bat.
But I know that's what, Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
It
was 0-2.
This time it's in St. Louis. Probably won't get rained out this time. Here's the full count. Good at bat here by Candelario.
99th pitch.
I think it's the 10th pitch of the at bat.
Coming here. Back up the middle.
And shit, he grounds into 2.
Bichette's turn.
Oh, no, never mind. He's safe. Got pulled off the bag.
Boy, that was destined for center field. Toronto got a break.
Yeah, they definitely got a break.
Yeah, I haven't really heard too many complaints about Madden other than like it's not as bad as people thought it was going to be. That's been about the most common.
Barrels it up and hits it hard, but it's off the foot.
What do you mean why Chase talks so much?
Right to the second baseman. Things are going right for the Jays today.
Till then, you just have updated. There you go. You just have updated rosters.
Get a fastball over the plate. Kennedy leaning over, hits this ball hard.
Oh, Chase, yeah, Chase. If you don't have the same favorite team as him, he's just gonna talk shit about your team. That turns out to only be a single play, not a double play. Vlad got pulled off the bag at the end. Now we've got a runner at first and 1 away for hitting Harold Castro. Yeah, but we're like old school rivals, though.
You notice noticed Ryu throw over to keep Jamer Candelario close. Candelario does.
I feel like we played you guys in a lot of World Series games. Like it's like at least 2, like maybe 3 different times we played you guys in the World Series. It feels like it always seems like it's either the Mets, the Giants, or the fucking Cardinals that we're playing in the World Series.
But the difference between
but you're taught to hate certain teams as a Tigers fan. You don't really give too much of a shit about the Blue Jays. You really don't care for much of the AL Central, especially them Chicago teams. And you really don't like the Cardinals. There's just like we got more beef with NL teams. It feels like.
If you're an opposing manager.
I just like the message that he sends to his team every day and the moves that he makes to try to win a ball game.
Now 2-1 to Harold Castro.
Well, it's the same thing that people, I feel like, I don't know.
We're also seeing A.J. Hinch get the most out of his players.
No doubt.
Never mind, I don't believe that. Playoffs, 3.5 back. There you go.
Fouled away.
Finishing strong.
We brought it up at the very.
We could be the worst thing ever for a team like you to run into.
He was able to.
Because we're either going to be playing good or I don't know. You never know. I feel like it's so hard to determine what you're going to get from us.
After Matthew Boyd was injured in a game in Kansas City.
And that's a problem.
Those are just a couple of examples in addition to pushing the right buttons last night. We can give you more.
Yes, we can.
Trying to make it so all the NL West teams don't make it.
Low and away. Take by Castro. It's a full count.
Even though, in all honesty, whoever doesn't win that NL West, those are the 3 teams that deserve to make the playoffs. The 2 other wild card teams of the NL West. Sorry to the rest. Like the NL East deserves to have their winner, and NL Central kind of a similar situation. Because outside of you guys and the Reds, I mean, is anyone even really good in the Central this year? That's 2.
Toronto turns 2 to end the 7th. Another double play behind Ryu, helping keep.
I know the NL East is hilarious right now.
Brought to you by DTE at Rogers Center.
Brewers Reds are good. Oh yeah, Brewers and Reds. You guys are surging your way back into it, or having a late push anyway. Forgot about the Brewers. I think I ignored them because they're in they're division leaders. Yeah, both teams are playing great defense tonight. This afternoon. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. A lot of double plays have sped this game along. Bottom of the 7th coming up. It'll be Gurriel, Espinal, and Grichuk. That was my guess. I was going to ask if you guys do a lot of quick innings. The Tigers, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're set. We're only going to get better too. We've got numerous top prospects still down in the minors. We lost some prospects and we drafted three guys who were put into the top 50. It was a pretty good draft for us. Madden and Job are pretty high rated already. I think they were top 30 prospects in the draft. We got 2 of those. I think Keidler's been reassigned to a much higher draft stock or prospect status. Ryan Cleater. I think he plays middle infield. I think he's a shortstop, so that's a problem because our plan is to, Torgelson's the crown jewel of our free agency or our minor league system right now, or Riley Green is, whichever one you want to say is the top one. It's Torkelson, but some guys like to make the argument that Riley Green's going to be better. I really can't see it. But I get Riley Green. He's really young in doing this. But Torkelson's going to be like a 30-plus home run a season guy. Even at Comerica, he's going to fucking jack him, dude. When he hits home runs, they're not cheap 330.
He's kept the ball out of the middle of the plate. Yes, he made the one mistake,
dude. No one cares.
He paid for it.
What up, Kenny?
He would make the necessary adjustments to start keeping that ball down. And we've seen him at his best then. And today, great example of that. very effective, very efficient today.
Yeah, we're doing the Lions game today. Yes, sir, Steven. Yes, sir.
Gives way to Erasmo Ramirez in a wall-side windows pitching change, his 16th appearance. Last time we saw Ramirez was Wednesday. He threw an inning against the Angels of scoreless ball and struck out a couple.
This Jeff dude keeps making fake accounts.
Gurriel, Espinal, and Grichuk. First
pitch
shit.
Swinging. That might be okay. It's fly out. 1-away. Should be anyway, unless we drop it. Nope.
Easy play for Derek Hill.
I don't know, Aaron, because he's
the
weirdo.
Minnesota Twins to Comerica Park for the final time.
You're watching the Packers game? Oh, they were very nice.
Is
Is that where you're at? Are you at the Packers preseason game, Kenny? Is that why you're over in Appleton, Wisconsin?
Tickets. Always argued that baseball, dollar for dollar, best you can get in sports. Take a family and still afford the park.
Is Kenny at a Green Bay Packers game?
Can't say that about all sports. Not the way things are climbing these days. Ramirez against
I don't know. Like,
surprised.
The first one, yeah, I would say dropping a ball that hits you in the chest while you're streaking on a slant wide open. Yeah, you probably should catch that. Other ones, I'd drop them too. Fuck that. And I'd explain to the coach why I dropped them. Well, coach, he threw me 2 hospital balls. What do you mean? What's a hospital ball? Well, when you throw a pass so shitty that once I catch it, I'm going to go to the hospital if I get hit. I'd have dropped 2 of those as well. Fuck that. I ain't getting hit like that in a preseason game. Suck my dick. I'd have looked right back at Joe and been like, dude, what the hell was that? On those 2 of those throws. It's weird. I'm normally you gotta catch those, but it's also it's a preseason game. It's the first game this dude's played since the national championship in 2019, 2020. I know he didn't play the 2020, 2021 seasons, so there's a bit of rust.
That home run traveled 307.
Couldn't make it. My sister had a bridal shower and went to school for the shopping. Oh, well, that's all right. At least you get to watch some of the game anyway. At least you guys are winning. Yeah, he's fine, dude. He hasn't played in a while. I think that's something a lot of people are overlooking too. Some of these dudes that are coming in might look a little weird in the preseason right now. By the way, that's the end of the 7th. We're going to the top of the 8th already. That was 3 outs. Dude, what is this series? This game is an hour and 46 minutes long at this point. And I started 3 minutes late. Maybe maybe. I think it was 3:08 by the time 3:09 by the time I started, and I'd only missed Hill getting a single. So it'll be short, Garneau and Reyes, unless someone gets pitched hit for it. We are in the 8th inning already. Just really sucks we lost our catcher, dude. We finally found catchers. We finally found a catching system that worked for us, and they both get hurt. Man, this is bullshit. We're on our 5th catcher this season, and people are like, man, the Tigers, man, they just feels like it's gonna be so much different next season when not everybody's goddamn hurt too. Well, the Bears also might have whiffed really hard on the guy they traded up for in the first round. Yeah, we need a shortstop, Steven. Yeah. I hope we go and spend the money and we train the young kid we have down in the minors, Cleater, to play second. I think that's what they're doing. You could correct me here. But I think they already understand that, fuck it, have him play second, develop as a real second baseman. Hill's playing. I don't know why Badu isn't. Probably the lefty. I don't think they want to play him against the lefty in his first game back, Kenny. I don't know if he's going to make it back for the Toronto series, in all honesty. Because I think they're throwing another fucking lefty at us tomorrow, dude. It's bullshit because we only got, we can't. He's probably, he's out. All right. All right, here comes the baseball game. Hey, Tim Meza. Please say you're a righty. Oh, bullshit, he's a lefty. Lefty relievers are 50-50 for us, so I'm hopeful we'll get one here. It's 50-50 against these lefty relievers, though. We're not as good against lefty relievers either. But I feel like that's where the fact apparently we're hitting 330 against left-handed pitchers somehow. It's got to have gone down over the last 2 days.
Have to get him.
But that was before the series against Toronto started. We were hitting 323 on the dot
Just came off the
against
IL
lefties.
with left elbow
That's
inflammation.
very strange that somehow have the highest average in baseball against left-handed pitching since the All-Star break. But I'm like, when are we getting these hits that like? I'm like, it's got to be all off relievers and shit.
One quick out.
But then again, when like you have Mickey who can go 4 for 5 usually against lefties, if he faces them 5 times, he'll go 4 hits, 3 hits. You got Scope who can usually get a couple hits. I guess and you have like 32 at bats. I guess that's about 320, right? Like 32 divided by 5.
Changing speeds with not only the fastball but with the changeup
or
and
5
that
divided
cutter.
by 32.
No,
that's 156. Like, what the hell? Where's
105 pitches?
Where's this average coming
Very
from?
efficient today. I thought he was effective.
We have 5 hits
A lot of
today.
weak
And
contact.
probably what, about 40 at bats?
Seem to keep hitters out on that front foot because of that change.
24 and 5 right now.
Willie
Okay,
Castro
so
is pinch
not
hitting
too
for
far
Dustin
off.
Garneau.
It's 208. When the fuck are we hitting 300 against lefties? Could have did this yesterday to prove a point too, but
AJ Hinch looking for some type of offensive spark. To see if he can
Mitch
find
did
it.
good against the Bears. Yeah.
Castro, who's got a couple of homers.
No, Mitch is fine. I don't know what was going on
Could do just
with
that.
with
If
Hill
Ryu holds on for his 12th win,
or
it
with
would tie Charlie
the
Morton
Bears.
for fourth most
I don't think they
wins
played their starters for more than a second in that game.
with 14. The 0-2 to
Because like it looked like they may have like had.
Guys like Ryu
'Cause like it seemed like Mac was there, and then he just wasn't. He had 0 stats on the numbers on the score sheets. I didn't really see any starters with any real I don't know. Seems like Buffalo came in going hard in that game. But then again, I don't know. Detroit did way better in their first game against Buffalo, against the same unit.
Receiver on an out pattern, and there's 2 away.
Like I said, Detroit, man, we held that same Buffalo offense to what, fucking 16 total points, 15. It wasn't much.
I like it.
Well,
They
he
won
led
by
him
like a
long
late
way.
field goal, if
Watch
I
how
remember.
far
What was
he
it,
runs
16 to
into it.
15? Detroit
I
lost
was thinking more like, that little
against Buffalo.
pass or something, but
So
no,
I mean, if you're a Lions fan, you can at least talk your shit to Buffalo. Be like, what happened?
he leads them beautifully here.
I thought Justin Fields was it.
Able to find the
I thought the
pitch,
division
ball,
was
and find
yours
the
now.
back. It's a really good play by both.
Thought we were just crowning the Bears as NFC champions after they drafted Mitch, or after they drafted whatever his fucking name is, Justin Fields.
Won that foot race. Here's Victor Reyes. Reyes, a couple of hits for the Tigers. He's got 2 of their 5. The only player.
Yeah, the
for
Steelers are
Detroit
one of those teams
with a
where
multi-hit
it's not fun to play their fucking depth because they're such a good team and they've been building on such a good core of team. Like most of their backups are probably starters on other teams. You know what I mean?
It's 1-1 to him. It is
And
his sixth
not most of them, a good number of them.
multi-hit game of the season.
Steelers are a very good team, but like their quarterback situation, that's bullshit. Like that's not fair. They've got 3 guys who could be starters. Mason Rudolph's the only one where I'm like, yeah, there's no starter there. 1-1 for Reyes, or 1-2. Yeah, fuck. Well, that's not good. It's 1-2.
Vital.
Yeah, he's very versatile. Not a lot of movement in his mechanics. That's one of the reasons.
2 outs in the top of the 8th.
bench player.
Gonna have to do this all with some
Doesn't
magic in the
doesn't
9th
hit
inning,
with
huh?
A lot of power. So he's mostly up there trying to just barrel the ball up, make consistent contact.
Well, because the Rams just don't. Rams literally, I don't think they're playing anybody. I think they straight up said we're not playing anyone this preseason. We don't give a fuck. Why would we? That sounds gay. Yeah, the Chargers are doing a very similar thing. So, Kenny.
Michael Fulmer starting to get loose for the Tigers.
Against your Packers? I think I have the Jets beating you guys by like some miracle. I believe you guys are playing them, right? Let me look this up. I think I had them beating you guys because your team typically looks right at the preseason and tells it to go fuck itself. Yeah, I have the Jets beating you guys by 3. And the whole Jets team is going to be trying very hard today, by the way. Yeah. McGuire, Bichette, and Simeon. McGuire, Bichette, and Simeon. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Game's going quick. That's a weird way to spell Tom Brady. Kurt Benkart, is that the backup? Kurt Benkart might be the GOAT. To be honest, you guys may have wanted to go with him over Leslie at quarterback. Than old Rodgers. He's more concerned about getting onto Jeopardy or whatever than he is playing a NFL season. Only reason he didn't retire is because they weren't going to let him host Jeopardy because he's a weirdo. They went, dude, you look like garbage. Why would we let you host? You look sweaty for some reason. It was a fucking air-conditioned room. What if it's Trevor Lawrence's father? Huh? What if what? Oh, Jeff. That'd be funny. Doubt it, though. I doubt he'd live in Michigan. Probably was in, like...
Biggest blooper, and you can win your
Some
own
southern state. I think
error-free
they're southern
fan
folk.
experience. Fill out your MLB Oops
Why are
bracket
they
at
showing,
MLB.com
oh, okay, the
bracket
oops moments
for
of
your
all
chance to
time.
win.
Like the biggest
Restrictions apply. See
whoopsie-daisies.
official rules. How about that one right there? Is that A.J. Burnett breaking a truck's window? Not sure what this is right here.
That's the glass.
They were just showing a bunch
Oh,
of
okay.
whoopsie-daisies.
All
And they
right.
showed out. They really showed 50
Run
Cent.
across home plate.
Oh, man, that's
There's
cold.
plenty for
I don't know why they
Wisconsin.
do that to poor 50.
I just
Yeah,
cannot
it's like,
believe
yeah, we
the
get it.
pitch
Okay, he
from
fucking
50
threw that
Cent.
first pitch out for the Mets, and it was,
That is great.
That's just bad, Shep.
That's embarrassing.
It really is.
Yeah. It's
all right. See you later, Aaron.
Those are tough to live down, aren't they?
We missed a good
They
part of
really
the hit. We
are.
missed the Tigers' last
He's
at
got to
bat.
clean that up, though.
Not many people are going to ask.
Should be a fly out.
That's
As long as we get underneath it, and 108.
Derek Hill retires.
Yep.
Reese McGuire to start.
Another close
the
one.
Toronto
I mean, the score was 1-0 yesterday,
Check out our T-Mobile
heading into the
coverage
9th inning,
game.
I believe.
Again,
So,
Rogers
very similar
Center
situation to
limited
yesterday's game,
15,000
except they got 2
capacity.
tonight.
And
the
it's
Blue
been
Jays.
a really nice day. That's why they opened up the roof at
Who
Rogers
hit the
Center.
2-run home? It
Thought
was like
might
one
see
dude hit a 2-run job.
a
Whoa,
little
what the
more
fuck was it?
inclement weather, but it has not come yet. Tomorrow's supposed to be another beautiful day. We'll have that series wrap up for you. right here
Grichuk,
on
I
Valley
think,
Sports,
right?
starting at Tigers
Yeah,
Live at
yeah.
12:30 with John Keating and Dan
He just hit
Peterson.
a 2-run job.
That'll be Drew Hutchison for
It's been the
Detroit.
whole offense. It's
And
been
for
pretty.
Toronto, they'll counter with Steven Matz.
Another tough lefty. for
Yeah,
the Tigers.
wait till you hear Hutchinson's numbers, career numbers at Rogers Center.
Again, I mean, is
A lot of hope for
are the
tomorrow.
Packers playing Jair White in this game, or Jair Alexander?
Opening day starter.
If the answer is no, I don't give a shit what Zach Wilson looks like against the Green Bay Packers. I'll be very honest,
And we saw this guy
because
last night.
they're easy. They're an easy team to throw against, right? The Packers, like that's kind of like their Achilles heel is pass defense. They've got the one good corner. No one is playing. Oh, that's what I thought, Kenny. That's what I thought.
Bichette 0 for 2,
Okay.
walked in the 5th.
And again, this game's gonna go exactly how I thought it was gonna go, because the Jets are probably try-harding right now because like no one on that team has any kind of guaranteed spot. Robert Salah looks like a guy who'd be try-harding in the preseason, and that's just what I mean. They're a bunch of rookies trying to make the team, really trying to cut their teeth. Guys trying to make roster spots, and understandable. The Jets are completely restructuring their team, so you would expect a full rebuild, like to be kind of.
Just one of those split
They're gonna try a little harder than the average team in the preseason.
For the most part, though, he was really working.
Make the playoffs? No, I think it's an uphill battle.
Bichette fouls
I mean, they could, but it's just they would need some. They need other teams to start losing, and the teams that seem to be like winning, they keep winning, like the Yankees and the Athletics right now. I believe are the 2 other playoff teams. And Boston's still kind of hanging around with 70 wins, so. It seems like New York and the Athletics are showing, and those 2 teams show no signs of just becoming bad.
Try not to, though.
Unless the A's have a
But when
very
I
bad
see it, I'm
September,
like,
which
oh,
is probably not going to happen.
Get a little excited.
Because I've never seen an A's team just kind of play bad in September if they weren't, unless they were having a bad season overall. Whenever the A's have a good record heading into September, they become like indestructible in the last month of the season. Almost all the time. In a couple years. It's still got a lot of junk to work out. The tech, where they use it at down in the the American Baseball League. It's still kind of bad, like, and it's still there still needs to be a home plate umpire in case like it just trips out and calls something like that last pitch a strike, like that one way at the bottom of the fucking zone, way outside. Because I've seen robo umps fuck up and call those strikes, and like the umps have to call it. You know what I mean? Like but so like they need to have a better system in place, and like so it's like obvious fucking ball can just be a ball. But for something close, but like, see, how do you set that for every batter? You know what I mean? That's the issue for a robo ump. Is the various sides of a strike zone.
Bo Bichette is his teammate Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's the 1-2. Another one sliced foul.
No, that won't fix by robo umping. That's just, it is what it is. That's just not a guy not paying attention very well.
And on those last two swings,
that's just a brain fart. But like missing, you know, like, so like it's just so.
That's why the Tigers are really trying to crowd him with those two fastball that keeps running.
Balls and strikes, I see both argument sides as I think more about it. There has to be a level of judgment to balls and strikes, but I also do think that they need to be reviewable.
Our Wallside Windows pitching matchup for tomorrow. We mentioned Drew Hutchison.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no one ever makes a mistake at the job, though, right, Amir? You're perfect at your job. You've never made a simple little
is 21
and I'm pretty sure that's like a correctable situation.
There he is, talking with Derek Skubal and Matt Manning a little bit throughout the game today.
They almost always strike a guy out with only 2 strikes. Sounds like they need to be fired. They're just a bad umpire. I've literally only seen that I think one time this year. The missed strikeout, or a guy strikes out with 4 pitches instead of 3. I've seen that happen. That happens like once or twice a season. That's not really indicative of an issue. Oh, bad calls? Sure, yeah. But are they even like that bad, or is it just like you're a fan so you think it's like the end of the world if it's like a call that was missed a little bit? Unless they're literally calling shit like inconsistently and like just random things that shouldn't be called, I really don't see a way for it. Like, cause like some guys like I don't care if he calls things way out of the zone if he's calling it for both teams in the exact same location. Like, that's just a weird strike zone. At some like, is it bad calls, or is like, as long as a ump is consistent, it's really hard for me to call him a bad umpire. You know what I mean? It's gone. That's probably ball game too. If it's inconsistent, even the league doesn't give a shit about you know, bad calls. Like they're like you know what I mean? As long as it's fucking, you know, within a strike zone that they clearly established within the first couple innings, they're good umps. No, and they only care. The only ones who get fired are inconsistent umpires. Those guys get removed very quickly, because that's bullshit. You got to call it the same way. This is my strike zone. I call them a little high. That's what would be my problem. It'd be hard to get low pitches with me. I hate low pitches. I think they're all too low, so I just call them balls. But again, I raise the strike zone up a little bit because of that. Because I know most hitters can smack a high baseball. Like, oh well, I'm a little higher on the strike because I've umped before, minor league. Like, you know how there's like different little versions of little league. Yeah, I did some of that. It's a good time. Balls and strikes are hard to call though.
Are you kidding me? I'll go pick him up at the airport.
A lot easier when, you know, fucking, you know.
I'll put on
yeah, normally it's swearing they get thrown out for.
Hello, sir. Welcome. I vacuumed the car out.
You can see Jock tomorrow. That'd be cool.
A small bottle of water in the back.
There's a couple of guys that's going to be out there next year. Trevor Stewart's a free agent, right?
I mean, Adam Self-Night, 3 hits, 3 of the 7 hits for his team have been given to him. Peralta, he only gave up 2 runs. He pitched really good. Even Ramirez is pitching fine. He had just a complete shutdown inning, and then he's gotten 2 outs. Now he's struggling to get the last one. 2-2. Even he's like, it's not a bad pitching performance. Our offense has just gotten, it's another lefty who's. And I think Ryu is doing really well before like the Blue Jays kind of like start shitting all over themselves. So he's not as, I don't think he's bad. Down and away. That's how you strike Vlad Guerrero out. Down and away. Down and away. There you go. That was a good pitch. When you get 2 strikes on Vlad, literally just throw it into the bottom left corner or bottom, the bottom low and away. Just throw it down there somewhere. If he hits it, he hits it. You know what I mean? You just shrug it off because that's a good pitch. With them kind of like weird power hitting monsters like Vlad like that, just till he gets older and learns what he does, you know, just drives that pitch into the right field corner for a home run, then just don't worry about it. But, you know, and once he figures out how to hit that pitch, though, then that's a problem. Yeah, I heard you guys are going to get hurricaned. Yeah, we know. Now it's top of the 9th. This is the last inning. Hill, Scope, and Grossman. This is actually an idea for me. Like, literally, I thought I was going to be live till 7. And then I'm going to be like, well, I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, how bad is it supposed to get? I mean, I'm sure you guys will be fine, like, the more inland you live. But how close to the ocean are you? Like, all the, like how close, I guess, to Manhattan would you be? I mean, it was like, well, I live on Manhattan Island, so really close. I'd be like, oh, yeah, man, you might want to get the hell out of there for a couple days or something. But if I remember right, you don't necessarily live all the way out. Oh, wow. You in Queens? Okay. Oh, yeah. pretty far away, huh? No worries there. It's pretty close, though, in terms of
all afternoon long, and at least right now,
I guess not like Manhattan bad.
Top of the 9th. He's leading the way in Ram pick the stick, but
because he lives up over in Queens.
About for the rest of us, we'll have final results when we see you for Tigers Live immediately after the conclusion of this one, and we will be talking pitching to be sure. The Tigers got everything they wanted from their started, and Toronto got everything.
That's right next to Manhattan, though, right?
They did, and it was all pitching, and Ryu was just fantastic.
Fucking that's such a big place. It's so hard to remember how it goes because there's big ass burrows and shit.
His team was
What's up, Nicholas?
Chance to win, which they still can do. They just
that's what I thought. I figured I thought it was like the closest to Manhattan, but then it was like, but you know, Manhattan's fucking.
That would be a highlight, wouldn't it be? Jordan Romano is in for the second straight
night.
In prison. He takes over here in the 9th, and he'll get Hill, Scope, and Grossman for the
See you later, Nose. Well, he's got 2 pitches. He's got a fastball, gets up to 100 miles per hour.
No, he's left 8 dislikes. Look at Nose.
Both lefties and righties are hitting 132 off that pitch. He likes to put guys away with both the fastball and the slider.
Hill right back up the box.
Single by the Tigers to start off the 9th inning.
With a leadoff single.
And it's the top of the order for Detroit, so that's Derek Hill getting out. Against Romano, the closer.
And he wasn't having it.
All we got to do is get him to throw 10 pitches, and the Blue Jays will pull him out of the game. Just like they did yesterday and like every time. I looked into this, by the way. Apparently this guy throws 10 pitches. That's all they really let him throw. So I'm wondering if that's like a real thing or if that's just something that Blue Jays fans are overzealous about on the internet.
Here today. He swung at the first pitch to lead off the ball game in single. Jonathan Scope takes one at
0-1
on the inside edge.
That's that firm fastball that I'm talking about right there.
Well, it's not a real no-hitter then.
But again, he hits triple
it's a real thing? Okay, that's what I thought, dude. I'd seen that. Yeah, it's a Mickey Mouse no-hitter for the Royals right now going on.
More on the fastball.
Jared David.
Romano
Who's Jared David?
In the 9th last night.
You mean Gerard Davis, the former Lion?
It was a Renato Nunez 2-out double.
I'm not sure who Jared David is, though. Yeah, Cubs are a AAA team or whatever they are.
For a second time this year by the Tigers. A wave and a miss, 1-2 to Jonathan Scope.
Why are you saying let's go about somebody being hurt, Kenny?
A strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out so far today.
Yeah, they blew their team up for a bunch of prospects. Yeah, dude, nobody cares. No one cares about your weird beefs with weirdos in the true crime community or whatever it is.
The 1-2.
No one cares, Nuz.
Three runs on 7 hits for Toronto. No runs on 6 hits for the Tigers.
It's Nuzdar. Who the fuck do you guys? Who else would it be? Like putting up someone's full name and then prison mugshot, and then harping on someone who's been in prison like anyone gives a shit. It's Nuzdar. Who the fuck do you think it is?
Here comes the 1-2.
He's like the only dude who ever cares about weird shit like that. It's Nuzdar. He's got like 12 of them accounts.
Had success all season long. When you have a fastball that gets up to 100, hitters team to chase that pitch, and he likes to elevate.
Only
that
small dick dude, only dude with small enough dick energy I've ever met is Nuzdar. And he's left 10 dislikes. You guys gonna let Nuz get that close to you? You guys only have 18 more likes than him. But thank you, by the way. I appreciate all the likes tonight. I appreciate that. Those 27 of them. Very, very kind. Thank you very much.
Grossman 1 for 3 so far today.
We're well over the goal, so I appreciate it. Several hundred, Amir. At least 300 to 400 of them.
More power from the left side than the right. Likes the ball middle in.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jared.
Fouls the first pitch away.
Yeah, Google should ban him from making new accounts. I don't know why they haven't yet. I mean, I can show you the number of fake accounts that somebody's made. I'll show you after the game because there's one away here in the top of the ninth. Runner at first. Here's Grossman.
He does have the ability to make the adjustment on the all-speed pitches because he recognizes it, but he gets that. He lifts that. He has a high leg kick. He lifts it up, and he's letting her eat.
Imagine Grossman gets a single, then Cabrera hits number 500 to tie this shit. Oh, dude, Jays fans would explode, dude. They wouldn't even know how to handle themselves.
With the single in the 4th, Robbie Grossman has now been on base in 42.
Yeah, that would be insane. Yeah, dude, it'd be a great way to end this game, but I don't anticipate that being a thing.
The 1-1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. 1-1.
Grossman strongly disagrees with Nick Wentz there.
Yeah,
say it. No way.
And we're a good late team, so it's like one of the weird dynamics that you like kind of like enjoy watching, where you're like, well, the Tigers are like a decent late team for whatever, especially in low scoring. But the 2-0 that solo homer in the 8th might have won them the game, though. I'll bet 2 runs we could have done. I don't know about 3 in an inning. I don't know if we're built like that. That's a strike 3. Oh, whoa!
But it forces you to expand your strike zone as a hitter. When you see a pitch out of the pitcher's hand, and you say, man, you feel like you really saw it well, and you don't get the call.
I should have been called strike 3, by the way. I really don't.
On deck, and Grossman waits on a.
Am I missing something?
Popped it up, foul territory. Espinal gives chase.
Springer got hurt.
That's in the first row, just out of play.
When did Springer get hurt against the Nationals? Yeah, I know he's back, dude. Who cares?
Series wrap-up is tomorrow, then an off day for the Tigers. They're off to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals for 3 straight, starting on Tuesday, and we'll have them all for you right here on Valley Sports.
What was he spelling out? D-O-X. Oh, he's going to dox me. Yeah, no. My full dox is out there, dude. Yeah, I mean, look it up. Haven't I told him my full name and given him like my address at this point? I've given him all this information. Like literally, I did a whole. He came in, and I remember telling him, "I'm like, go ahead, look up whatever you need to, man." And he just didn't. I don't think he found it. There's nothing to look up.
Last at bat of the day
like,
for
there's nothing to find on me. Like unless like my obstruction of justice charge in 2012. Unless you count that. Other than that, I got a traffic ticket once on there, a misdemeanor traffic ticket. for speeding.
For Cabrera, he walked in the 7th.
And I still haven't got my license back from that.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it's a weird reason to dox, but again, I don't really care if someone doxes me. What are you gonna find out? That I live up in Mount Pleasant? Well, that's crazy, homie. I'll tell you that. I'll give you the information willingly.
Swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up.
I don't do anything that can get me in trouble. I don't care, but weird thing to do. It's a very odd behavior. Who's Jared? You're doxing everyone knows? That's crazy, dude. Sounds like you need to get some pussy, bro. 2 down, runner at second.
On its way. Dotted.
Dude, he's an angry incel. What's he gonna do? Look up your internet on the internet, Gerald? Or Jared Williams? I'm sure there is. You're the only person on earth, Jared, with the name Jared Williams. That'll be so hard to find. It's gonna be so easy to find your information, Jared. No one knows who these people are that Nuzdar has these beefs with. And no one cares. Like, he's probably some like specially educated idiot that is as smart as Nuzdar is, that he got into a beef with it in like the true crime talking shit community or whatever it is, the TTC or whatever, and like, you know, a bunch of weird low IQ individuals and that shit fucking yelling at each other. You're on pedophiles. Everyone's a pedophile. Everyone in that group accuses everyone of fucking kids. So that's all I can assume. We lost, by the way. GG to the Rangers, or to the not Rangers, but Blue Jays. GG. Good game. Another great pitching performance by both teams, I would have to say. The Tigers just really couldn't figure out the lefties that were thrown against them. And, of course, Romano at the end there is a pretty good closer. So, not real shame. We just really couldn't figure out Ryu, who's been really good this season. It's really hard to find much to complain about. We could have hit better. I mean, 6 hits, that's bad. Yeah. We went 6 for 30 at the plate. So, not good. Walked once. Yeah, it's typical problems with the Tigers. We can't have left-handed pitching. That's unfortunate. Plus, he's a good pitcher, so that also adds to it. If they're a lefty pitcher and they're good, this is pretty much a common thing. Usually, we can get 1 at least. There you go. You guys' losing streak ends. Now it makes up for an interesting game on Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, right? Or Sunday night. Which one is it tomorrow? 1 o'clock. Okay. Yep, we get a rubber match tomorrow out of it. So that's a pretty good game, I would say. I'm getting out of here 2 hours before I'm going to be live again, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I'm ending pretty quick here. I'll go for another like 3 minutes, but I'm out of here at 5:30 sharp, or 3 minutes sharp. I'm gonna need a couple hours. I want at least an hour to decompress and then chill, and then I'm gonna eat and hang out. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for all the likes, by the way. We got up to 30 or 29 of them, so that's very kind of you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Daniel, for the donation earlier. I appreciate that too. Thank you to anyone who subscribed, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it, everybody. We'll be live literally in like 2 hours to do the Lions game, which starts at 7:30. So expect me back in about 2 hours. Hopefully, some of you guys will come back to watch some Lions. 14-10 Packers. Dang. Sheesh. All right. But all right, guys, I think that's it for this first stream. That was a very fast baseball game. For a 9-inning baseball game to be 2 hours and like 15 minutes, maybe 2 hours, 10 minutes. I don't know how long I've been talking. Like, that's quick. That's a quick game. All right, guys. I think that's about it. I'll see you guys later this evening for the Lions and the Steelers game. So if you tune in, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for the Tigers game. That'll be 1 o'clock versus the Blue Jays. Peace out. Have a good one. Go Patriots. Go Lions. Go Tigers. And I'll see you later. Peace. Thanks for watching.